Yeah, I like
You already know what it is. UD34. We have a very special guest right now. Someone, if we didn't have this person, we would not be here right now. Please introduce yourself to others who may not know you.
Hi, my name is Jaz, the painting MC, repping Sesh House. You know.
Okay. Painting MC, how did you come along? Like, how did you become who you are today?
Um, Telling people to go fuck themselves and doing what I wanted, and then boom, I'm here.
I appreciate that. I respect that.
Word.
Was
Thank
there
you.
ever a point in time where you couldn't tell people to go fuck themselves? You had to learn the hard way?
Um, I think that my rebellion just stems from just being an artist in general. Once you start doing art, you're literally kind of going against the conventional because you have to experiment. You have to do like weird shit, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just always been comfortable doing that. I was more comfortable with art and music. I kind of kept to myself for a while, and then I started dropping my shit and whatnot. But my lifestyle, like my last like job, I was selling cars, and I just quit, and I just didn't work again ever since. And now I just make money off my art. Really, that's like my main, thing.
Right. And you said you're a painter.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
old were you when you started painting?
I started painting maybe 6 years ago. 6 years ago in 2019, I did my first solo gallery in Englewood at the Bergen Pack, John Harms Theater, Sandy Hook Gallery or something. Maybe it's not Sandy. Sandy Hook's a place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I think it was Sandy Bennett. Okay, it's Sandy Bennett, Tony Bennett's wife. She had a
Okay.
gallery in there, so because Tony Bennett's studio is in Englewood, so
Yeah.
yeah. So that was my first like solo gallery, and then I saw that people liked this, and I'm making some good money off of it, so I kept doing it.
Of course.
And then yeah, and my art kind of opened a lot of doors for me.
What are some things you would hope that people take away from your art?
I hope that my art reminds them of a time before they had to truly conform, when they used to just come home and watch Toonami, or when they were. It's very nostalgic. That's like a lot of my pieces. Even though I'll paint the new anime and new comics and stuff like that, it really started off of doing the like nostalgic, 90s anime stuff, and just kind of going back to that time. And that's what it meant for a lot of the people that bought my art. It was like that time in their life where they didn't have any responsibilities, and it was fun, you know?
Yeah. When you did this art gallery, like you said you did it on your own, right? Like
Which one? My first one?
the Bennett one.
No, I honestly, people saw me like with my art around town and stuff, but I think when my first solo gallery was at this big like place, this Staples Center in my town, I think that really set the tone for everything else I did after that.
What were some feels of doing your first? I'm sure it's nerve wracking, but did you feel like accomplished? Were you hungry for more?
Well, I felt like I tried so hard. I was doing so much like stuff outside of that, showing my art here. I used to go to open mics where I used to perform and bring my art too,
Yeah.
and sell like my paintings for like $20, like abstract joints. Some of
Yeah.
them were palettes. Like some of them were spray paint, like space scenes. I used to do that a lot
Okay.
too. I used to just sell them shits at my shows. Like people saw me doing that, and then when they saw me at the Bergen Pack, they were like, "Oh, he made it," because my
Right.
name was in the marquee and shit like that. It was really dope. It was a big moment for me, but it wasn't anything that they saw me doing my shit and they reached out to me. It was kind of just like I was walking by one day, and I saw some lady taking out her art. I was like, "Oh shit, there's art in there," and they were like, "Yeah." And then I introduced myself, and then boom, you know, it, it wasn't anything that I would say I earned. I would say I earned it because I had been putting in the work to get decent enough for them to look at me and say, oh, okay, I fuck with this.
Yeah.
But it was nothing like they reached out to me and they're giving me like a trophy or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
They weren't like a high pedestal, like, yes, we need you every single day of our lives.
Yeah, nah, they wasn't on that type of shit.
It was just an appreciation more like.
Yeah, and they liked that I was a local artist, and they had been doing the gallery for a couple of years, and they had no local artists there. So,
Really?
yeah, a lot of people from out of town come to that theater to perform and to do stuff, but it's not really known to be an art, exhibit or whatever.
Yeah. What are some challenges you've had to overcome in your years of being a creative artist?
I would say fitting in with conventional society. I'm 35, and just me pursuing a career in arts since my early 20s. I went to college, but I didn't graduate. I didn't finish it. I went for 5 years and shit. And just not having a professional lifestyle or conventional one, that was hard for a lot of people that are close to me. That was hard for a lot of people that I'm friends with because a lot of them went into, like marriage, kids, this, working 9 to 5, and I couldn't do it. Once I feel like I learned about society or I saw what I saw, I was just didn't want any parts.
How do you separate your creative self from your personal life?
I can't. And that's why I felt like, so I haven't performed since COVID.
Wow.
And I'm performing in Jersey City on October 19th at Off the Hook Jam. Shout out to Mr. Mustard. This will be my first time performing in a while. But yeah, wait, why did you ask me that? My bad. Why did I say that?
I was saying, how do you separate your creative from your personal life?
So I was gonna bring up that my music just became more deeper to me. The things that I want to paint, the stuff I want to create is just more deeper into who I am. So there is no separation of it. That's why it's so hard sometimes for me to share my music, because we can be chilling, having a good time, and I play a song for you, I'm depressed, and I'm really sad in that shit, and I'm really messed up, and to play that for somebody that, I don't like that, especially we just chilling, having a cool time, but or especially if it's too serious or it's deep or some shit
and you just kind of change the whole move of the hangout.
It became a little tough. Every now and then I'll do something that's chill. I do a song of drinking or hanging out or partying or some shit. Or I'll do something fun. But that becomes more easier to give to people, to share.
Yeah. Like
my art. Somebody told me that I like to promote my art more because it takes attention off of me. And it puts the attention on art. And the art is something else. It's not literally me. It's not me really telling a story of myself. But more for other people to relate to and that I relate to, but it's not too personal,
Okay. Well, before we let you go, is there any advice you give to these upcoming artists? Someone who might be struggling to get their creative self out there?
I would say be as authentic as possible. Don't fake something that you don't want. Trust yourself. And learn how to support yourself off of it. I think that's the biggest thing that all our parents and all our friends want us to see is that we become financially stable. Then it makes everything worthwhile. I had record deals and all that stuff too, and it was all bullshit. It was never a good deal. It was always a crappy deal. So I just know that I have to make my own way, especially with money.
Yeah.
Right up.
Okay. Well, one more time before we let you go, shout out your Instagram, let people know where they can find you.
You can find me on the internet, wherever. My name is Jaws, the Jaws everywhere, the Jaws. So THEJAHZ. My name means master of polarities, god of duality, and yeah, check me out, man. Check my music out too if you like some shit. You know what I mean? Like some deep shit.
Well, thank you for coming on.
I
UD34.
appreciate it. Hey.
My friend, I'm not going to expose you. Just learned your name. You know, you can tell the people yourself if you'd like. But one half of Miss Magic over here. Introduce yourself to the people.
It's Bubby, vocals, Miss Magic. Where we at?
Oh, glad to have you on the show. This is my first time, you know, hearing of Miss Magic. I seen a little video that you guys did on the studio page. And
Bet.
but yeah, tell us about Miss Magic, you know?
Nah, man, we're just shit, man. We're just a rock star band in the hip hop space, I guess.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a full rock band. Nah, man, we just killing it. That's all I can say.
Killing it, I will fuck with that, you know? Killing it is what we need. And what kind of music, you know, do you guys make? Rock stars, obviously, you make a little rock music?
Yeah, no, I say it's like alternative rock, but like, I mean, just how people grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like, hip-hop flows this way into there.
Okay.
You definitely got flows to it. We use full beats. And yeah, nah, man, it gets bluesy, it gets jazzy, it goes the whole magical spectrum of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah.
I fuck with that heavy. Let's say if someone's like listening to your music on like Spotify or Apple Music, not to compare yourselves to anyone, but who would be like the also sounds like, or like you might also like who would you maybe put yourself in the category as? Like
That's a hard one. I mean, I know a lot of people do like the whole like I'm special. You know, I do like my own sound thing, but like honestly, it'd probably be like if you like Anderson .Paak,
okay.
but you don't necessarily listen to Anderson .Paak,
Real.
but you listen to really heavy other music, I think that'll probably be like where we fit at in there. Like
Nice.
it's bluesy as fuck. You know, it gets heavy. It's real heavy, but like just the delivery of stuff is just very different than like anything else that we've seen. You know what I'm saying? So.
Fuck with it. I fuck with it. And it's just the two of you? Has it always been the two of you? Or?
No, you know, we got a third member that we didn't really like pull out yet.
Secret weapon.
Yeah, exactly. Secret weapon type shit. And then no, like it's been us for shit, man, almost 10 years.
Okay.
Low key. Like we've been working on stuff heavy. It's just only when we found things were right that we decided to like come out, you know what I mean, and really just like expose ourselves to other people.
And to correct myself, that means you are 1/3 of Miss Magic. But
true.
with that, they say that 3 is a crowd. Does it get difficult to navigate? You know, like I'm sure all you guys got opinions. Do you guys really just like off the rip where you're flowing together? Are you having some like, you know, some moments?
We're completely in lockstep. Just cause like, you know, I had my fellow member Buck like as like he was my student. Like I taught him how to play guitar, and like he was just always like messing with the style, you know what I mean? And I had like a couple songs here and there, but like I was done, just like how you said, different opinions and everything else. I was done dealing with like the big band space.
Right.
And no, like he kind of just convinced me overall, and I was like, no, like I really do fuck with you. And we just ended up working things out, and you know, like our other member really is just like the most acceptable of everything else. So no, like the entire vision is in lockstep. Like we can just write in tandem with each other, and everything come out the right way. Like I couldn't never even wish for something better than this. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. You feel like you found something rare?
Easily, yeah.
Good shit. What's like a good song that the people could go listen to right now? Like something that really captures Miss Magic in your opinion?
Nah, bet. Like we got a single out now called Lone. That one's impactful. And then I want to say like this week it'll probably be up on Apple and you know iTunes and everything else. Like we got another single, Steak Song. We'll be performing that tonight. Okay. We'll be performing a lot of other, you know, unreleased tracks. But those songs, like, really, we gotta give people like a broad bit of catalog to really even understand the band, but like I feel like we started heavy with Lone, and then we're getting a little bit softer with Miss Magic, and then we're gonna fill in all the in betweens as all the other releases come out.
Good shit, hitting all the points for the people.
Bet.
But yeah, besides that, have you ever been to any underground developmentals? Is this your first one?
No, it's not our first one by far. Shit, I did like an open mic maybe last year when we were still figuring out our sound. I did that one solo because, again, really figuring out the sound. And then we've been to other ones, just come in as like just party goers, I guess, you know what I mean?
Nice, yeah. No, good thing to always enjoy the scene. Sometimes I wish we could step back more and enjoy the scene, but Kurt does his thing. He gives us little breaks now, But have you enjoyed all the shows? You feel like you guys have really progressed? Like, since you say that, obviously, you said you've grown. You did your own thing at the one show, and you feel like you're coming into this one, like, confident?
Oh, hell yeah. We've grown with every single one. I mean, even just being here, I think anybody coming here to where, like, they may not even feel like they, like, gel with other people and whatever kind of scene, like, just coming here is definitely worthwhile, easily. Like, I think we've made a lot of friends. We've learned a lot of things, especially now, like how UD runs. Like, there's just too many like coaching things and everything else. Like, for you to come here and not walk away with anything is high key your fault.
This is valuable shit, people. You better fucking. But yo, shout everything out. Tell the people what's going on. I'm gonna talk to your boy next. We gonna get his scoop on Miss Magic.
Nah, we got another single coming out. Like I said. We got Steak song coming out. Y'all blow that up. We got Lone. We're just gonna keep releasing tracks, man. Like, it's just no stop to that. We got so much shit in the chamber. It's just no stop.
Nice. We gonna fuck with it. You get in here, friend. Yeah. Step in. Let's get you in the hot seat. Introduce yourself for the one time.
I'm Bucky. Other half of Miss Magic, or
wait.
1/3.
Whoa, lots of Bucks, Bubs, and all the other things. What's your other member's name? Alan.
Anvil.
Oh my God, I got it. Yo, I was close. Now, I mean, I would have never gotten that, but I said A. I said A. But we fuck with that. Yo, my boy Steve. Got Bucky and Steve. No, I'm just kidding. But yo, what can you say about Miss Magic? Clearly, we had your boy. What's the scoop,
Hey, I really, I've been putting all my time. He's been putting all of his time in teaching me, and we've been working together, as he said, in lockstep. But, I really believe we're like the next generation of music, and not trying to sound cocky or whatever, but we've been working for years at this, so, and I truly believe in this. Like, it's all my thoughts take up all day is this band, so. Nice.
Runs through your brain. Would you call yourself, is that your Mr. Miyagi and you are the Karate Kid?
Oh, 100%.
Nice.
Yeah, he lets me jive, we do some stuff, but, he's definitely been the best teacher. I hated school, so he's the only teacher I actually ever liked,
That's real as fuck. Have you ever been in any other bands, collectives, or anything before this?
No, and I have no desire to, never did, because, it's like you strike gold the first time, and that's how it felt.
Right, why the fuck step away from it?
Exactly.
But when you guys jam out and stuff, like, what's the process like? There's a lot to put into, but break it down. Break it down as much as you can.
It really is all about consistency. We've had times where we'll get in the studio and if you don't make any magic that day, then you put your head down, you come back the next week or the next day, and you try again. And more times than not, these days you strike something. So.
And you said this is always on your mind, but what do you do when you're stepping away from Miss Magic? Like, what can we catch you? What do you jam out to? Like I said, I asked him, what would you compare yourselves to? But what's your own little personal taste in music?
Sounds corny, but I really listen to everything from every genre. Like, I like blues, rock, jazz, a lot of hip hop, and so, and he showed me more music than I've ever had. He's such a curator of just great style, and I feel like he's really ingrained that in me, over the years. So, I always look for something new, fresh, even if it's an old song from like freaking 50 years ago. If it's good, it's good.
Amen. And Do you, when you're being like an audience member, do you think of it as like, okay, this is competition, or like, you know, do you take inspiration, or do you want to like, I need to do something bigger and better than this?
I feel like you could always take a little bit from every artist, but at the end of the day, too, as I said, you know, I really feel like there is no competition because we've been kind of, you know, forging our own way over these years, and you know, we love to collaborate. You know, we're really kind of producer engineers first, and you know, so we have that background. You know, we love working with other artists all the time. You know, seeing what they do, but yeah, no, beyond that, I think we're good.
Beautiful. And what's your own personal favorite Miss Magic song?
There's so many, especially unreleased ones that I can't wait for us to show the world, but I'd say Lone. Yeah, that was our baby. We worked on that for a long time and happy with the mix.
Cooked up on her. Okay. But what's a piece of advice before I let you go that you could give to anyone that's trying to, you know, get into a band themselves, a collective? Obviously, you guys have said like it's been magic from the beginning, but like anything, you know, because there had to be some hiccups throughout the road, just something that maybe you guys like miscommunicated on, or just even in your own personal mind, things that you go through.
Nah, no matter what the naysayers say, you know, literally just be persistent. You have to believe in yourself over everything else because, you know, people are going to try to say, you know, what you're doing is not worth it. But if you know that you have something magical, you got to have that stick-to-itiveness, and you got to just never give up and just work harder every single day.
Real shit. Shout everything out before we let you go, my friend.
At Miss Magic, MISMAGICK on all platforms.
Dang.
Thank you.
All right, you already know what it is. UD34. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up? It's Thomas from Bull Print Shop.
And how you doing tonight, sir?
Doing good. Can't complain.
Can you tell the people a little bit about what you do?
I am a professional screen printer and graphic designer. Graphic designer, I won't say I'm a professional.
No, yeah, you just mess with it.
Yes, I play around. Have
Okay.
fun.
So tell us a little bit about your print shop. How did you start that?
My print shop, I started 13 years in the garage. Just me and my friend came with an idea of a clothing brand. And we started making clothes, and then we noticed it's going to cost us some money to make clothes. So we tried to cut out the middleman, and we bought the machines. And then I learned from there. It's history ever since.
Right. What are some of your favorite prints you've done? Like, can you describe some?
Some of my favorite prints.
I see a lot of like
Something lately is I did my first CMYK on a 5-color, and it came out really, really good. Mm-hmm. And I also like puff ink when it's done, like you can see the dimensions, not just like one color. I like multiple colors, layers of puff.
Mm-hmm. What's like the hardest thing for you to do when it comes to printing?
The hardest thing for me to do when it comes to printing, it's all artwork separation. That's the secret.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hardest part. Make sure you separate it right, so it looks the same way it looks on computer.
Right.
It looks on fabric.
Okay. So you have your own shop, right? Is it located in the area?
Yeah. So we're located in Union City, New Jersey, where I grew up, and yeah, we've been there for 5+ years, and maybe we might be heading to Jersey City. Maybe.
Shout out Hudson County. We're from Jersey City, Hoboken area, so we already know what's going on. What are some challenges you might face? Like, because I know over there it's very, like, heavy city traffic. You know, it's very dense. You know, there's not a lot of room to work
Yes.
with. What are some challenges you face?
Challenges is parking in the morning. If you come after 9 o'clock, you're not finding no parking.
Yo,
You got to get there early when everybody's going to work early.
street sweeping.
Now you're going to be going around in circles. So I try to come early.
Do you see a lot of other, like, print shops in the area? I don't feel like I don't know that many.
There's not many. I've been seeing a couple lately, but I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm just having fun, doing good work.
Right.
And that's how everybody knows me.
Yeah. What are some, like, big artists you've worked with?
big artist. Oof.
if any?
You know what's funny? When I work with artists, I always work through third parties.
Okay.
But the last stuff was like some like Nems from Brooklyn, and some Travis merch, and some who else? Partisan Fontaine. I don't even know if I'm saying that. Partisan Fontaine, maybe something like that. But yeah, it's a whole bunch of mixed different artists.
Yeah. Besides like printing and doing like your graphic designs, is there anything else you do in the creative scene? You make music?
No,
Not yet?
I actually been playing with the DJ set, so I'm trying to get
Okay.
nice with that.
So
Yeah.
when you open up your Jersey City shop, you gonna be a little DJ in the corner?
Maybe I just set it up in my house, so we're starting there.
Right, right.
Yup.
Is there any like future projects you're looking forward to?
At the moment, no. I actually didn't take no projects. I actually also have a clothing brand called Money Always Doubles. You can follow me on there, and but I want to get back working into that, but I'm not trying to rush anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't get anywhere when you rush anything. So I'm just taking my time, just having fun. But no future projects. It's more just building the print shop and keep it growing.
Where do you hope to be within the next 5 years? I know it's a
Where I
big
hope-
jump.
where
1
I
year at a
hope to
time.
be?
But yeah. Maybe in your career, personal life,
Healthy,
of course.
buy property,
Ooh,
and yeah, that's about it. Stay healthy and buy property so I can see my kids grow.
there you go. Are you
That's it.
thinking like what part of Jersey City?
If
Where-
it's going, it's gonna happen in the Heights. So
Okay. Shout out
Oh,
the
yeah.
Heights. Yeah.
Yes.
Damn. I think like inside your shop, you should do like would you be open to doing like classes?
when I get I did have classes like 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So I used to have my manual, but I don't have a manual anymore. I run an automatic,
Okay.
so I can't teach anybody on an automatic.
Do you have
So
to have like
once-
a license for that or?
No, it's just a different operation. Like it's
Okay.
it's not manual that you could push. So once I have a bigger space, I would probably offer that again.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for a bigger space.
Right. Soon to come, soon to come.
Things will come.
What is some advice you'd give like for people that want to get into printing and graphic design?
It's basically about just really doing it, trying it, figuring it out. The days that don't go good, there's not always good days.
Yeah.
But you guys just keep going and figuring it out. And then at this point, it's like when an error does occur, it's like I know it and I just attack it. So it's pretty much, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. So if it's something you really like, it just don't get into it for the money. It's not for the money. It's
Right.
more about passion and if you like the craft.
It's a craft.
And
for sure.
sometimes it gets hard, you know. Try to print 300 shirts on your own, you know, a couple colors, like it can become stressful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so.
Sheesh. Did you ever feel like vulnerable, like doing your printing? Do you ever feel like damn, like maybe a little self doubt or anything?
Oh yeah, sometimes as creatives, even before like when I had my daughter, I even thought about selling it because I didn't have time for it,
Yeah.
and I didn't, and then I kept going, and I live off of it now, so I'm very happy about that.
Very good.
I didn't
Congratulations.
give up. I almost sold everything.
Right. Money always doubles.
Yep, it has to.
Right.
Yep.
Where did that come from? Is that just like your
No,
your
it's
life
actually
motto?
my first brand was called Semi Nomadic.
Uh-huh.
Then after that, I took the Mad from it, and it was Mad Limited. And then I kind of like outgrew Mad Limited,
Yeah.
and then I wanted just the acronym, and then Money Always Doubles just stuck to me. It's like,
Right.
felt like me. So
I appreciate
I
it.
ran with
Can you give us a little fit check? I see you look a
Said a
little,
fit check.
little drippy over here. I'm
She
just
said
saying.
a fit check. All right. We got some Nike Undefeateds.
Okay.
We got some Ibizu denim, and then we got some Villainous New York top.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
hey, you got
My
the
people,
clothing
shout out
brand.
Gus.
I'm just saying, clothing brand. You gotta drip. You gotta be.
Yeah, that's
know?
how I got into it in the beginning. It was always like in high school I won best dress. So.
See.
Yeah.
Shit, they be knowing these high school like the little The books, they be knowing. Well, before we let you go, is there anything you want to let the people know about you? Want to let a little secret in? Deep, dark secret?
Deep dark secret. No.
Nah. All right. Well, shout yourself out again. Let the people know where we can find you.
Hey, what's up? This is Thomas from Boat Print Shop, and you can find me at Boat Print Shop on Instagram, or Money Always Doubles on Instagram, and that's my brand, and the other one is my printing shop. So I hope to see y'all there.
You heard the man, UD34. Check him out.
Are we rolling? Oh.
Oh shit.
Yo, what is going on, Underground Dwellers? Is G.O.D back at it again, and I am blessed to be with IBN Ali.
Yo, just for the record, it's pronounced Ibn Ali. You know,
Ibn.
future reference, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Ibn Ali, yeah. Well, I was supposed to say something else. I got something.
Nah.
I ain't bet.
How's your night been going, bro?
Honestly, it's good. Like, it's a nice vibe. Every time I come here, it's always like a vibe. Like, I can't complain. Like, the music's always good. New and familiar faces. Like, I could really go on and on. But all in all, like, I'm really chilling, you know?
So, for those that don't know, Evan is a part of the staff of the UD. What do you what is the staff you're doing?
I'm a backstage manager. So pretty much like after this interview, especially, like I'm about to go upstairs and just help the artists get in check, make sure everything's going smooth with the performances and the show itself. Like report back to Kurt if there's anything weird going on, you know, typical type things.
And like going from you know a comer to the UD, frequent visitor, how does it feel to be more involved this, you know, UD season 2, to have more of a hands-on on the underground developmental experience?
It's like I'm seeing a whole bunch of like, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a lot of hard work. Like it is. Like there's a lot of like being on the phone with Kurt, like really going through like the natural like stages of trying to prepare a show. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of money being spent. There's a lot of people's time being, you know, put to the side for the shows. You know, and like, you know, I'm here almost at every UD because I like the atmosphere, I like the community, and I like, you know, the people here. Like it's always a good time. So just to be someone that used to go to the shows all the time in season 1, perform at the shows all the time in season 1, I now see what Kurt has to go through, like why he be running back and forth. Like I don't know if y'all seen, like we got some footage. I think, I hope so, but
There should be if him running around.
Yeah, every single show.
Would you say that this experience has allowed you like to gain any new skills that you previously didn't know you had?
Like, I realize I'm a good multitasker. Like, because a lot of the times, like, I'll be in the studio working on my own music, and I'll be on a call with Kurt, still like giving ideas, like to use for UD, like new improvements and stuff like that.
Like feedback.
Yeah, exactly. It's feedback, and I you know, like I realized that like I could use that in my own time. Like I could really like become like a solid multitasker. It took some work. I ain't gonna lie. Like it wasn't something I just picked up like and then just went with it. But like I got better at it as I started working with Kurt, as I started working with like the different people that make up the UD family. Like,
I saw that you performed at the previous one. How was the experience on the stage? You know, because it's a new stage. So, how would you describe that experience on that stage?
It was good. Like I had a good time. I'm not gonna lie. Like every show was different, and like, you know, like I saw like the crowd was kind of like separated. So I just went in the crowd and I made my moment, like, and like I had fun doing that. Like even when like the show doesn't look like it's about to go my way, like I make it happen every time. So to me, like to be able to do that there and to be able to do that at UD constantly and like at every show that I pull up to is good. Like it feels good. Like that show especially felt good.
Beautiful. So you've been at the UD, you know, since about the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you say that it makes you feel seeing how far things have come and things have progressed to the point where we've got career coaches now? We've have a bunch of different outlets for people to have a different way of getting out there within the content series or the UDTV or the interviews that they have throughout the UD.
So just seeing like how much we didn't have last season to this season is already just like, yo, that's a blessing to me. You know, like, when the whole meat locker situation happened, I'm really not going to speak on that. I'm just going to say the situation. When the situation
Right.
happened and like, we got this place and we got all these new features, like we got content creators pulling up, like different types of people who are just interviewers, like with cameras and a whole bunch of like this setup, like it's tough. Like to see how like we went from just one podcast, now we can have a podcast down here, podcast upstairs.
Up there,
like,
yeah.
it's such a humbling experience because it's like now we could really push the limits of what we could do. Like artists could really get exposure here. Like they were getting exposure before, but now it's like it's solidified. Like it's something that you come here to do for real, and it's something that's going to be like an organized, structured thing. Like it's in the code of what we do here at the show.
And I feel like it's definitely more driven to definitely boost you up.
It's more focused, yeah.
Have
real quick, Oscar, throw me that water.
Quick hydration, folks. Just
Yeah,
gotta
I need
stay
some, I need some
hydrated.
water. I'm over here. Yeah. I'm
It do get hot with the lights.
It's my boy Oscar, by the way.
Shout out Oscar.
Shout out Oscar. All right, go ahead.
I actually
Have a
forgot what I
hard-ass
was gonna say, but shoot, what was I gonna say? Damn, I should have held on to it.
What?
Brain fog, man. What were we talking about?
Hey, yo, it's like,
Nah.
what were we talking? We were talking about UD, like, and how like far it's progressed.
Oh, okay. Out of all the career coaches that we've had, have you been able to tap in with any of the career coaches yourself?
I'm not gonna lie, like since like I'm like an active staff member, like
tough.
when I pull up here, like I had like other things to do. Like I haven't really had time to tap in, but I did like the first UD I think we had of this season. Like I tapped in with Ethan Ross. Like shout out Ethan Ross. He really did. Like we really was having like a real cool, genuine conversation. Real cool dude.
Yeah.
Down to earth. So like we sat there and we talked about like the actual process of making music and how sometimes like you have to make certain sacrifices in your life to really have energy to do that, because it's not a process. Creating anything is a process, but it's not a process where you can do where like you could do it halfway, or
Right.
you have to really be invested in it. You have to really
Requires you full
exactly,
focus.
like full focus. Like, and a lot of the times how like you have to walk away from certain situations before you even really get any closure, because you have to you recognize like, nah, this is unnecessary. It's going to take away from my time that I could be creating. And it's not like that with every instance, obviously. Like it's nuance. There's nuance to life. But like the way that we was like talking, it was like, I saw like a peer in him and he sees a peer in me, So it was cool to have that, back and forth.
That reflection. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Nah, it is. It really is.
Out of the the most advice that he gave you, which one really stood out, and like have you applied it and seen success in applying what he gave you?
Yeah. One thing that I haven't heard before that like I really thought was cool is that like how like he kind of just blocks out all like negativity, like any type of like hate, and he kind of just spins it into kindness, or spins it into something funny like that. Like I don't know, like Ethan Ross, he's a real fluid guy, like water, like personality. Like he really is just like one of those people like, nah, like this isn't gonna get me like mad, and if it does, you'll see it on stage,
Right.
like you'll see it in his performance, in his music, like that's
He
something
channels
I can relate to 100%.
Beautiful. Is there any last bit of advice or something you want to say to the underground dwellers before you sign off?
Yeah. So a couple things, just I'll keep it short of two. So one, just make sure that you're being kind to yourself in your process and creating, because this is something that takes a lot of energy, and it is something that takes a lot of just like time, and you have to be able to go with time. Time is not your friend and it's not your enemy. So it's like you got to be one of those, you got to be fluid with it. And number two, just have a good time. You're on earth for a borrowed amount of time. You know what I mean? You're breathing air that you may not be breathing tomorrow. So always really try to just live in the moment and embrace the little things, embrace the negativity, embrace everything, wear it like a shield so you could tackle life, because it's a beast. You know what I'm saying? And that's really all I got to say.
Beautiful. You want to sign yourself one more time?
Yeah. So my name's Ibn Ali. You can find me on all platforms at Ibn Ali, because I do make music. And I'm on Instagram mainly. I don't really do any other social media. You can find me on IG at void.warp. You know what I'm saying? I have a whole bunch of videos and stuff and a whole bunch of music, like the links in the bio. You guys can check it out. See for yourself that I'm really everything that I think I am and more. So, yeah, thank you.
Check
Thank
it
you for your
out.
time, man.
Evan Ali. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you for having me, man.
He's still going.
He hasn't stopped.
He's still going. Okay, but senor, I know you very well, and honestly, anyone in this fucking scene better know this man. Introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? It's Turkish Royale with Mad Minds, here with Gabby. Honored to be here. First time on the podcast. Yeah, Turkish Royale, man. What it do?
Yo, what it do? I'm honored to have you here, because seriously, like, you deserve it. Why haven't you been here, you know? What the fuck is going on? Mr. Kurt Donovan. But nah, it's not all his fault, because...
Shout out to Kurt, man. That's the man right there.
Right, he's been killing it
I would love
lately.
one of
He's
those.
been killing it. But...
Can you give me a drink right now?
Absolutely. Walk on, fucking... We
Yo,
raw
Progress,
and real
man.
over
The
here.
greatest of all time. Thank you so much. Mango Margarita.
Ooh,
you already
mango
know what
mar.
time it is.
Real shit, real shit. Cutwater's dangerous. Yo, Turk, a newly married man.
That's right.
How you feeling?
I feel great. Had the best weekend of my life. I feel like I'm ready to get back to work, but I've really just been enjoying it, to be honest.
As you should. You know, you need to take your little break. You and Shawty. But nah. Yo, has she been, I'm assuming, with you on this whole journey of Mad Minds and everything you've been through?
So I've been with my girl for almost 7 years now, my wife now. So she's been through a lot of it for sure. Mad Mind started about, at this point, probably 12 years ago.
Wow.
So there was a long time where she wasn't there, but she got to see a lot of the great things that have happened.
And do you think she's helped you all, progress with it?
Absolutely. I mean, I think having somebody in your life that is able to support you and kind of give you the creative space to grow and kind of be there for you as a sounding board is always so valuable. And, a lot of times you can get it through a friend, you can get it through a business partner, things like that. But like a person at home that you love, that you're with, that adds kind of this level of security that really allows you to want to level up and do some big shit.
Nice. Very good things. And you throw, obviously, Mad Minds yourself. Like you said, 12 years. That is crazy.
Isn't it?
How do you feel about something, smaller, but I would say just as impactful? All these things are important in these communities, no matter how big or small. How do you, or what do you think about NJ Underground Developmental?
Well, I don't even know if smaller is the right word. Like, NJ Underground is super important, like you said. You guys have been crushing it. What Kurt Donovan and you guys have been able to do in such a short time has been fucking crazy. You see him working. One thing for sure, you guys are grinding, and the pocket of culture that you guys have brought together here that has just added to the overall Jersey scene so tremendously is really beautiful. Like, you can really see the sense of community, and there's a lot of just like beautiful things here that you can find. And the direction now I see you guys are going is really cultivating the artist's career, which I think is a great twist on things too, because everybody wants to provide a stage, everybody wants to provide a platform, but nobody in Jersey has really come together to create a pathway to success. And I think that was missing, and I'm really glad you guys are doing that. Shout out to Underground Developmental.
Thank you. Mr. Kurt Donovan. He's the one that really, obviously kills it all. Him and Ash are like the main little curators. But yeah, it's been a beautiful thing. I've been here for a year, and seriously, like, the growth within that year has been insane. And he's been going so hard, and all those things, like you said, like, he really tries to help with the behind the scenes, because, like you said, give people that stage. But what about when you're going home? Like, what are you thinking about afterwards? And, like, how are you, taking the things that you learned here and, like, using them to your advantage?
Absolutely.
But what's, like, one of your favorite things about throwing events? Or what's even the hardest, you would say?
My favorite thing about throwing events is just I love people. I love bringing people together. I love just enjoying myself, being myself. And that's why I started throwing the events, is just because I want to see people smile. Like, that really makes me happy, for real. So the best thing about the events is just seeing people connect, seeing the music, seeing the art, seeing the community, just all the love. That's definitely the best part about it. The hardest thing, I mean, it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of people. You have to communicate with a lot of people, so many moving parts. And the hard part about events, just in its nature, being that there's so many people, is that not everybody always comes through. People fall through all the time. There's egos. There's a lot of things you got to just battle with. But that'll be any business or not even business, hobby, whatever you want to call it, that involves too many people. So that's the hardest thing. Is really just the best part is the people, and the hardest part is the people as well. You know what I mean?
Real. And what helps you like decompress at the end of the day? I'm sure, you know, Mad Minds is clearly a huge part of your life. These things, you know, must take over your brain. What do you do to step outside of it? How do you, you know, relax and like not drive yourself crazy with everything?
I mean, I think a lot of times in my day-to-day life, I'm always just stepping away from it, to be honest, from everything. I like my alone time. I like to just be outside barefoot with my dog, hang out in the grass and the trees, read. I like to self-analyze a lot, or like analyze the world and things like that. But when events get stressful, you know what I mean? And a lot of times it does give you a lot of anxiety and a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. So sometimes I need my wife to comfort me. Sometimes I can't sleep at night, and the best thing to do is just get the fuck back to work. You know, so if it's really bad, you just got to work through it. In my opinion, the best thing to do when you're really stressed, really paranoid, really anxious, that means something's not done yet. Something's lingering over. You got to get that done. But other times, the best thing to do is just enjoy. You know, I just look at my dog and I smile, and I'm like, look at my wife, look at my life, just being able to wake up in the morning, being able to just live and chase dreams and do everything you want to do. That's usually enough to just get me through it. Gratitude, exactly.
And yo, no shade at anyone, but obviously with all these things, you listen to a lot of people. Who's one of like your favorite artists out right now in the underground?
Oof, there's a lot.
I'm assuming.
There's a lot.
It's a lot of peeps.
I mean,
maybe a song, something, I don't know if you listen to anything today.
I've been bumping a lot of AKA Suge.
Okay.
I've been bumping a lot of Today.
I love his
Crash
music.
Out Party, and Dance to This Shit.
Yeah.
I also been bumping some She's So Crazy.
Okay.
He got a couple of bangers. He just sent me some unreleased shit today. That shit was fire.
Yeah, I know Question of the Night just came out.
Question of the Night.
Question of the
And
Night.
I mean, there's so many people. I listen to a lot of local artist music. Like, I don't want to call them local because to me they're global. But like, yo, J1 does Soulless, Samad, Ethan. Like, there's so many people. I don't want to start listing names because I'm gonna feel bad for all the names I'm not.
I know. That's why I said no shade to anyone else.
More,
If
I've been
you're not
bumping
mentioning
a lot of Madison Aruda, bro.
Okay,
I'm bumping a lot of her shit. She got bangers out there. Like
from
bangers.
the first Mad Minds I went to, like just like blew my mind.
She's
that
insane.
girl, yeah, seriously.
She's amazing, and like all these artists are, and like that's why we're doing what we're doing, is because there's too much talent in Jersey. That's why Underground Developmental is so important. That's why you got to bump their music too, because it's really great music, and by giving them that love, memorizing those words, remembering the songs, being a real fan of the art, of the community, of the artists, that's what's really gonna, I think, take this shit to the next level. Is because the platforms are great. We need them. Without them, we wouldn't know each other. We wouldn't be able to connect. They're arguably the first step in this very important process. But once you're there, listen to the artists, listen to the music, connect with them, hear that. Like, people are putting their heart and souls out here. You know, as an artist myself, the most inspiring thing is finding artists that inspire me, whether it's through their message, through their lyrics, through their music, through their creativity. I'm just like, way too much heat out here to be sleeping on Jersey.
Right, no, way too much. And that's what like blows my mind. Like we're just in the Jersey scene. Imagine like everywhere else. So many people making good music that don't get the recognition. So like, yo, no matter where you are underground, fucking check those people out. Like, see what's in your area. I promise you got some gems out there that you're missing out on. Mr. Turkish Royale, thank you for joining us. Yo, shout everything out before we let you go. When's the next Mad Minds coming out?
Yo, thank you for having me first and foremost. Underground Developmental, thank you guys. Mad Minds, October 23rd. We're at Alpha Wave in Whippany. It's going to be an open mic. We're spinning a wheel with guest panelists. We're going to have Ayoochill there as a guest panelist, including myself. It's the second one. I don't know if you saw the first one, but this shit is crazy. The venue is insane. The production is insane. Ayoochill gonna be up there cracking jokes. Hopefully, he won't say kind of the shit he was saying today, because he be getting a little crazy. But hopefully, we won't have to find that out. October 23rd, Mad Minds, we back. It's gonna be insane. And yeah, man, Turkish Royale, Mad Minds, you know what time it is. Peace.
Gang.
All right, you already know what it is. UD34. Back with my little friend over here. Go ahead, let them know who it is.
My name is Justice. I'm a photographer, videographer.
So last time we talked, you had told us that you were a wedding photographer. And how's business been?
It's been picking up a little bit. It's like the busy season right now, like September, October. So pretty good right now.
How was the show for? Did you see any artists that you liked performing?
I didn't get a chance to see any artists because I was like in the other room doing the one-on-ones, but
Yeah.
I heard a couple songs. It sounded all right.
How many people did you talk to today?
About 2 to 3 people
Okay.
so far. Yeah.
What did you tell them? What are they looking for?
Well, one person, like, I guess, owned a brand. He was just kind of just trying to see what he could do with that, like photo video wise. So I just told him, like, content is content, whether it's on your phone, your camera. Like, it's still content at the end of the day. So just record something.
Do you think that maybe one day that you'll shoot for like a super famous like artist or actor or some celebrity? Do you think you would enjoy that?
I don't know. Like, I did a music video one time for what's his name? Casanova and
Okay.
Smoothville. It was like I shot part of it. Like,
And how
like,
was that?
It was alright. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know. I'm kind of like out of that scene now, so it doesn't
Yeah.
really like interest me anymore. I guess at
Right.
the time though, I was really like excited about it though.
No, that's
Yeah.
dope. Any part of your career that has helped you grow and anything you gain experience from is also really dope.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel, like being able? Because I mean, I'm sure not many people can say they've worked with this artist. So do you feel like more proud of yourself in that sense? Like you got some experience under your belt for it.
Like you said, it's lessons from it.
Yeah.
Like, what I learned the most that day is just pretty much like, it pays to know people. It pays to go out there. I wasn't necessarily hired for the shoot, but I was in the right place, right time.
There
They
you
needed
go.
more hands, so the opportunity came about. Like, kid you not, like a couple hours beforehand, and it was a good experience. There's like a lot of different celebrities there. What's his name from Power was there. So it was crazy. I didn't expect my day to go like that. When I woke up, I could say that. So
Now, when you say right place, right time, what do you mean? Like, who was there? Who'd you see? What was going on?
yeah, so essentially, I was kind of just in the studio, photography studio, with my one of the people I shoot with a lot. His friend FaceTimed him. They were on set, like as extras. They told us he gave Casanova the phone, actually. Casanova was like, yo, pull up,
you
pull up,
talked
pull
to
up.
him straight up?
Yeah, it was crazy. I guess, I think he was like a little lit, though. But
He was like, fuck
just
it,
pull
right
up, pull
in
up,
this
pull up.
bitch. Yeah.
So we pulled up, and then, we had the cameras with us, obviously. You bring a camera everywhere when you're a photographer, videographer. And it was just like, yo, we need some more angles. So we ended up helping out. It was pretty cool.
Well, that's dope. Kudos to you for getting that under your belt, Shit, it does help to know people.
Yeah.
But besides your creative career and, your passion as a photographer, like, who would you describe you? Like, who are you? Who are you as a person, as a human? Not your passion,
I feel like a lot of those stuff, a lot of things in my life kind of overlap, as far as like interest. So like, I guess it's like expressing myself or expressing who I am through like photos and videos kind of like played a part as well. Like, I know you said like who I am besides that, but like if you look at my work, like if it's like photo video wise, it kind of like shows my growth as a person.
Yeah.
As far as like aspects of my life. So, like, I started off like, I'm not gonna say like superficial stuff, but like stuff that's not really as important or as valued to me, like now, I guess, more so. So like that was like the club scene and music videos, all those things. Like, don't get me wrong, like if you're in that field, then that's your thing. But I grew out of that, and I guess it kind of like showed in my work as well. Like me transitioning into like commercial photo things. That's like kind of when I took this step away from that and just realized like I wanted just a cool, like calm life.
Right.
And like
almost like a maturity.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Yeah. I matured a lot, and just I feel like I lived life like very, very, very early when I was like
You
14,
grew up
15.
over here?
No, I didn't grow up over here. I grew up in Hillside.
Okay, but like in Jersey though.
Yeah, I grew up in Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I feel like I just kind of like grew up really, really fast.
Yeah.
Not on purpose, but I guess it's the people I was around. So
No,
I don't know
yeah.
if that answers your question.
No, I mean, honestly, like growing up in Jersey, me too. I grew up in Jersey City, and I grew up, is Hillside like more like city or more suburban?
It's like
Well, at least the part you grew up in.
it's like a perfect in between. So like to give
Okay.
you like like concept, like I'm in between, or I was in between like a city like Newark, and then on the other side of me is like a city like Union.
Oh, okay.
Like those are like two different, like you got
Right.
you got Newark Irvington, and you got like
Right.
Elizabeth Union, and it's like
Those
kind
are
of like
two
in the
different.
middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you got that bad side, but you also got like the suburb side too. So it's kind of like right in the middle of it.
Yeah, but I agree though. Like I grew up in Jersey City, which is in the part I grew up like in the Heights. It was very, city, very fast paced. So like by the time I was like 18, I had kind of already like been to house parties, been drinking, smoking, and I was around like older people too. I just grew up faster, and I feel like Northern Jersey kind of has that effect on kids. Like you just grow up very quickly.
Yeah.
What are some life lessons that you learned almost like immediately?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
No, you're good. Like, what are some life lessons you learned while in these like young stages of your life? Like when you were partying and drinking,
yeah.
having fun.
I mean, like one of the biggest lessons I've learned is like kind of have to live for tomorrow, in a sense. I think I said this last time, but like going back to like financially, like if you set yourself up now, set up habits now, they benefit you so much more later on. And that's like anything in life, not just financially, but anything in life. Like the habits you set now, you'll see the benefits like a lot quicker than you think.
Yeah.
So like just thinking back at it like 3-4 years ago, if I would have had better habits, I probably would have been in a lot better situation I am in now. I'm not in a bad situation now, but
No, of
you know,
course.
just to think about it, like it could have been like maybe like 5 times better.
Right.
than
Yeah.
what
With
it is now.
of
Yeah.
course with planning and
And then
cautions.
just listening to I wish I listened to my mother a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lesson I would
Listen
take.
to your
Listen
mother's.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess like I didn't really like see what she meant until now. I guess that's like everybody in life, but she told me to save my money. She told me to, watch what I do, stuff like that. So I wish I would listen to her a little bit more. I would say that.
You heard him. Listen to your mama, your mom, father, aunts, uncles. They probably have your best,
Nah, definitely. Yeah.
So, well, before I let you go, is there anything new that you want to share with the people watching?
Nah. I mean, if you guys looking for any like photo, video jobs, like assistants, just helping hands, like feel free to hit me. I'm always looking to give people opportunities, give people guidance and, help them out to my best capability.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Please shout out your Instagram and where people can find you.
At Forever Lasting Moments and at Just Filmed It. I'm about to start posting on that a little bit more too. So.
All right. Well, you heard it here. UD34. Peace.
Yo, what is going on, my underground dwellers? I am here with Samar Savage, and I am feeling like the happiest fella.
I'm very happy to hear that you're feeling like the happiest fella. And once again, I'm glad that we could be here together.
Yo, so let me ask you, because I got this thing on my mind. How's it been to really been putting in the grind, shaping out your path and your destiny, and now you get to see it shine? Because every time I look at Instagram, I swear to God, I see you fly.
Well, for something like that, it takes time. So let me tell you what's on my mind. Firstly, I'm a little religious. I do read the Quran, and I just write down things that rhymes. Because if I don't, then I might end up out of my prime.
Okay, I understand that very well. That's a concept that I will have to dwell inside of my mind. See, I'm very compelled to really pick your mind apart because I see you're like the best book on the top shelf. I want to read it through. So tell me what it really makes to tick you.
Now, I don't know if I should rhyme with self or you, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to make it do what it do. So, when I come through, I just upload videos to YouTube, hope it get a few views and get a few clicks. And if it doesn't, then that's it.
Now I've been seeing this Eminem feud. Honestly, bro, I've been rooting for you. I've been loving the way that you stepped up to that dude and the way that you have encaptured the world throughout this view. It's really beautiful to see you shine through. I honestly take notes every time I'm watching or damn, I'm messing up the interview, but it's cool. I'm trying to fly with it. You see how I
I
reciprocate?
knew he would break first. I just want to put that out there. But if you do want to know about the feud, it's not really a feud. I was kind of hoping that I'd be part of the crew. But when you have somebody that you look up to, you should hold them to their own standards.
That's true because I felt like it was definitely a low shot blow, And
Was that a foot joke? I know how to have fun. Yeah, no. Honestly, if you do want to talk about that, I have a few connections in Shady, like that whole area or like them, and I don't really know where it's at right now between us. But I was never really trying to spark a beef or anything like that. It was just one of those moments where I felt like somebody that I looked up to let me down in a way, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna talk about it. I think back to the time where Tyler the Creator said "Walk on Water" was like trash. I didn't feel like that. I actually liked that song, but he was like actively just trying to bring down M, while on the other end of it, like if M wanted to diss me because I held him to a higher standard or I thought he was better than something, then that's up to him. Like, but that's still somebody that I really look up to, and if he wanted to take that route, I'd be disappointed.
yeah, I think, by the way, I appreciate you for trying, you definitely held it in there for the rhyming scheme. For those that don't know, I try to do a little thing where it's
yeah, he bet me his life savings.
it's
So
an artist type
I'll
of
take that
thing,
in
but
check.
that was beautiful. No, man, I really got to pay homage to you, bro, because like I got to say you're one of the top, inspirators that I look up to, like dead ass. Like I look at everything that you do and I admire it because I'm like you said it yourself. I've heard you say it a dozen times. You do this all by yourself, and that's a point that I want to get to in my life. But I feel like sometimes like there are limitations that I put myself that shouldn't really be limitations. So like, how do you just push through?
I mean, if I'm being 100% honest, I think one of my greatest downfalls as a creative was feeling like I had to learn how to do everything myself. In fact, I recently picked a few people to be part of my team because I felt like I really needed a genuine team of people who are talented in different ways, but it wasn't just about talent. It was about boosting morale and stuff like that. So I'm building that. I kind of got it so far. Hope it, works all the way through. But I would recommend that everybody, pick your friends wisely. People who bring you up, people who know you and won't allow you to be anything but you. And of course, don't let anything limit you.
Right.
If you feel like you can't find a photographer that's a good friend, better, load up that tripod. But don't put everything on yourself because it does become exhausting. And life isn't just about this thing we have, music or whatever your passion is. It's about building families, doing right by people, and not burning yourself out so they get the best of you.
Okay. So would you say that it is fair to say that the stigma of I got to do this by myself, I could do this by myself, I've been doing this by myself, can be broken? Like, is it time for people to start realizing that the best way to get things going is by involving people and doing it as a group with like you said, like with people that that are and well-minded into prosperity of the benefit of helping something grow, right?
I've been doing this professionally since 2018, so it's been 6 years, and I just now got a team. I wish I had a team before I started,
Yeah.
but one thing I can say is it's never really too late. you just got to make sure you get the right people. And that was always my struggle.
Right.
I like, not in a judgmental way where I be trying to like force my religion on everybody, but like I really pay attention to people's energy and how they move. And like, I don't care. I expect people to live up to what their own expectations are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're a Christian and you believe that it's okay to drink because you're Christian, do your thing. Don't be a drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you dabble in drugs, you know what I'm saying? All right, weed is cool, whatever. Just don't, be
Go crazy.
like acided out of your mind. Like even if you drop acid, that's cool. But people who focus and once
Yeah.
again can help bring you up. There's no Jay-Z without Ty, Emery, Guru. You know what I'm saying? There's no. I'm trying to think of another example, but everybody needs a team, and it really does. Like, don't force yourself into a relationship, but it starts with finding the right woman too. I mean, if you're a dude, it starts with finding the right partner who really wants the best for you, and keeping you in the right path.
See, I've been having issues in that department, like finding a partner that would be willing for like to really understand and captivate the artist lifestyle.
Do you
Been tough,
100%
man.
believe that you're ready for that?
Hmm?
Do you 100% believe that you're ready for that kind of like relationship?
Nah, man. After what I've been through, like I realized like it's better for me to just, you feel
If-
me?
yeah, if
Because
you're not-
I feel like I kept trying to be too hopeful,
Mm.
and sometimes in the scenarios where, shout out Kurt, I should have let it go. I didn't let it go. I kept trying to convince myself this is worth it. This is
Yeah.
something that's gonna work out, but it never was. But
I mean, I've reached so much success in my career. Thank God. That sounds like very egotistical coming off of what you just said, but I promise it'll make sense.
No.
But I've reached so much success in my career, but not a lot of people, but some people would look at me and think, oh, you should be a little further than you are, or like, why doesn't the world see it and whatnot? And I always tell them not to sweat it because I must not be ready for that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched this video about, y'all see what's going on with Diddy. I was watching this video of him and another dude covered in baby oil. No, I'm joking. I was watching this video of this woman saying, for all of those artists who are upset about not making it, look at God. Like, look at what he's doing. He's clearing out the industry of these
Right.
like evil people. Because I was a fan of him, so I wouldn't have like slept with him.
Like when shit started getting rocky, I was like,
Yeah, I was disappointed in him.
I started looking at him sideways when the whole thing about him, and Tupac and the connection about that.
You know what's funny? Like deep down inside, I didn't want to believe that though.
Yeah.
I didn't want to believe that. I was just hoping that it wasn't true and just was like industry rumors. But we still don't 100%
Right.
know. But regardless, as far as like what he did with Cassie, he's to me unsavable. But what I'm saying is, I'm happy that I didn't get where I was going because I could have been. I wouldn't have been at the Diddy parties ever, but I could have been a friend of him.
You could have been in that circle in that scenario. Like,
I even hate to see, like, although he didn't necessarily do anything, I hate to see what happened with King Los. You saw that video where he was just like
Yeah.
walking outside with him when
was
like the news
wild.
broke.
A lot of shit that's been coming out has been like rubbing me. Like I look at it, I gotta look at everything a little in a different scope where like it's like what was really going on,
Yeah.
To the type of shit, the same effect when everything
wait.
that with
I don't want to
Epstein was
lose the
going on.
point. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Because I was saying that to say, sometimes as badly as you
Prepare
may
for
want
life.
a relationship or may want a relationship that will support yourself or whatever you want in this life, God or whatever you want to call him is keeping you away from that to protect you. You might not be ready for a relationship right now, and that's the reason you haven't gotten that, and that's okay. That's something to be happy about. Like, shout out to Marcellus Williams, rest in peace. The last thing he wrote on the paper as his last words was "All praise due to Allah," at all times, or something like that. I may be misquoting it slightly. Now, you can apply that to whatever God you worship in, but like, all praise is up at all times, because what you may deem as the worst possible thing you could be going through can be the thing that saves your life, or it could just be a blessing in disguise and you just don't know it yet.
Right.
Even dying innocently. or like being accused of a crime you didn't do and having to be murdered because of that, I'm sure that guarantee that's martyrdom right there. You know, it
Yeah.
guarantees him heaven. So, although his family may miss him right now, to him he got exactly what he wanted. You know. So that's just how I look at that. My bad, I'm all gloomy.
No, man, I get it, bro. It's a heavy topic, you know. I was following up with that, and it's sad, man. It's sad to see that, bro.
Absolutely.
To this day, you know, but you know,
Hey man.
like you said, bro, as a martyr.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything you want to leave us with tonight, Small Savage, my brother?
I farted like 2 minutes ago, so I'll leave you with that.
There you go.
I'm joking. I didn't. I actually have a fear.
Somebody
of that.
put infrared so we can
I would-
see it, please.
I would,
because I feel like he's
do
not
that,
lying
'cause I
about
would be
it.
afraid that the wrong person would walk past me and then be like,
Smell it.
now it's just a lot of stinks for the rest
Oh,
of his
in an
life.
elevator.
And you know what's funny though? I be having the urge, like, dude, it'd be so funny, but I don't want them to think like, yo, Samad stink after I leave. Like, what if they don't know me and then I blow
That's the
up
first
tomorrow?
image? Yeah.
And they're like, yo, I remember him.
He farted in the
stink."
elevator.
Yeah. So yeah, no public
man.
farting for me.
You want to shout yourself out for the people that don't know, which how you not know this man?
Yo, my name is Samad Savage. That's SAMAD SAVAGE. And pay your taxes on time because I didn't. And man, this shit sucks.
That should be
yeah.
tough. Love.
Turkish Royale is like shooting at me for no reason.
Damn, that got deep, bro. I love it.
All right. You got it.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UDTV. You already know who it is. Your host, one of your hosts, BETO, aka Ayoochill. To the left of me, to the right of your screen. He is the friend of the person I had just interviewed last. My friend, please take a couple seconds, minutes, so that people know who you are and where you're from.
My name is Zave Angels, XAVANGELZ, or you could just call me Zave for short. And I'm a music artist here in New Jersey.
Word up. And not that I got the inside scoop, but I'm going to assume you're from New Brunswick too?
Yeah, I'm from New Brunswick, yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro. So I'm going to ask you a similar question that I asked your friend. Are you familiar at all with the scene out in New Brunswick at all?
Yes, I love the scene. I'm so into alternative and punk shit. So, like, seeing that shit is wild. That shit is crazy. I love it.
Word up. Do you know of any events out there or anything that you could recall from out there?
Nah, I haven't been to one yet. But I
Word
know
up.
people who perform there. I want to go this week.
Oh, yeah, dude, you got to get out there, bro. The college is power. Are you still in college?
Yeah, I'm in my last year.
Oh,
I'm about to
dog,
graduate
it's
in May.
dude. Are you at Rutgers at all?
Yeah, I'm in Rutgers. I live.
Dog. Gotta get
I know. I was mad introverted. I'm just starting to get extroverted now.
All right,
Just really trying to connect.
Hopefully this interview helps, dog.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
for real.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get started in music?
So I started music 2 years ago during COVID. I was just bored one day, and I've always just listened to music like constantly. So I was just like, why not try it? And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the freedom and everything.
Word up.
Yeah.
Word up. So what exactly do you do? Are you a rapper? Are you a singer?
I sing, rap, rock, alternative, anything I really want. Like one of my favorite artists was like X growing up, and I just loved how versatile he was, and I just like always wanted to be like that.
You know what I hate? I hate when I tell people, I'll be like, yeah, I sing. And then they're like, oh, can you sing right now? You know what I mean? Do you ever get that? Does anybody ever?
I'm really good with auto-tune, so I ain't good with the regular voice yet.
Wait up. You get there. You'll get there. You get there. Hell
I'll
yeah,
practice,
bro.
yeah.
So what is it that your music entails? Like, what do you write about?
I write a lot about love. I write a lot about addiction, mental health. But I really love to write about stories that aren't even happening in my life, but like storytelling that I make up, like different breakups or point of view from a girl's perspective. Like I love different type of storytelling, and I got that from Frank Ocean. I just loved how Frank Ocean had, like Blonde is my favorite album of all time. Like the song Siegfried, I love that he related it to himself, but it was able to relate to other people in that situation.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Is that your favorite song from him?
Siegfried, yes, is my favorite song. The melody is out of this world. I love it.
I don't know. I love Frank. I love Frank.
I wish bro would drop.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The controversy he had a couple years ago, I think it was at Coachella when he was performing.
Yeah, he ain't want to be there.
He didn't want to be there.
But I understand. Sometimes when you make an album as big as Blonde, and you have to like repeat that or make a better album, that gets into your head. That's insane.
It is tough. I feel I like that song that's like, spend my day up on the roof.
Oh, beautiful. That's from Channel Orange. I think,
yeah, dog. You know what's funny? I'm not even too familiar with this album that used to not be.
It's okay. That was my guy Spook. Everybody
the
cop
guy Spook?
Devyard.
Oh, and there's a dog in here. My bad, bro. Mad off topic.
This is amazing.
Is this your first interview? Or have you done interviews
I did
before?
like 3 mini interviews up there, but this is like my first interview.
Word up. So we were talking about your music, what you write about. What inspires you to write?
What inspires me to write is I want to make classic, timeless music. I feel like there isn't any currently because of how mainstream it is. This is amazing.
There's a dog here. What's up, dog?
But I love my fault. It caught me off guard.
You're good, dog.
That's good. That's good luck. There's a I feel like classic albums. I don't feel like people are taking their time with it. TikTok and stuff. I mean, that may have affected it, but I just want to create something a couple years down the road. Be like, wow, I'm still listening to that. Like I still listen to Blonde. Like I still listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I still listen to like Yeezus and everything. You know.
Is there an artist out there that you can say like my music? Not that you're trying to be that person, because I ask this question a lot. And artists like, I'm not trying to be him. Like, nah, that's not what I mean. What I mean is like when you release your music, would you say your music is similar to any certain artist at the moment?
I wouldn't say it's similar to an artist. I would say it's similar to an era of an artist.
Word.
Like I'd say like 2013, 2016 Kanye, 2015 X, 2016 Frank Ocean, like shit like that. Like I feel like eras of artists I look into more than the artist's whole discography.
Word up.
Yeah.
We're gonna play a little game. This game is called Give Me 3 songs that you have the name to. Give me 3 songs, their name, and I'll try to guess what the song is about.
Okay.
All right? So give me number 1.
In Here Somewhere.
In Here Somewhere. All right.
It's about Frank Ocean.
In Here. Oh. But is it your song?
Oh no, about
yeah.
mine,
Give me
about
your
me.
song.
Oh,
give me your song.
Okay,
Yeah. Maybe
fault.
that was a better
Sorry.
way. No, it's good. It's good. Give me your
We're gonna
song.
start with 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Okay. 6 a.m.
Yeah.
is a song about waking up at 6 a.m. And before we get into this game, if you're watching this right now, I need you to go to his Spotify right now. Listen to me describe this song and tell me how close I am to saying the description of the song. This song starts off with a moody violin, and it talks about his experience at 6 a.m. waking up before he gets ready for school at Rutgers. And then midway through the song, he's talking about the girl he sits behind in the class, and she has the silky brunette hair, and he can't help but be embarrassed that can't talk to this girl. And then he wakes up again at 6 a.m. and it's all a dream. All right, boom. I killed that first one.
Maybe
was it
I
close?
should do that for 6 a.m.
Yeah, I think I was spot on. I haven't listened to the song. I know it's that. Give me the next song. Let's keep it rolling. What's the next song you have?
Next song is Know You.
Know You.
Yeah, I just performed that.
All
first
right,
time.
bet.
Yeah.
So Know You is a song, and it's the sequel to 6 a.m. And basically, he finally talked to the brunette girl. And he's like, wow, I finally got to know you. And the whole song is talking about how he knows this brunette girl again. And oh my God, what a beautiful thing he got to know her. And it talks about their relationship that they get into slowly but surely. Hit me with the next one. I killed that one too. I'm so good at this.
Karma.
So the brunette girl. Turns out she was cheating on her boyfriend the whole time. And he didn't know. He didn't. How was he supposed to know they were talking? It was an innocent thing, and he was so tired from waking up at 6 a.m. and getting to know her that the only thing he didn't get to know about her was the fact that she had a boyfriend. And so, karma finally hit them, and they unfortunately broke up, and he was heartbroken. So, that song is a love song, and it's a heartbreak song. Actually, it's a heartbreak love song, and it encompasses all the emotions of this whole brunette saga.
I'm gonna make a song like what you just said.
Boom.
That's
Gotcha.
that's insane.
Did I kill it? How close was I?
You know, like you had the spirit.
I love it. All right. Tell me real quick synopsis, just shotgun it. The first, second, third song. So the first song you said was
6 a.m.
6 a.m. What's 6 a.m. about?
6 a.m. is about being in a party at Soho, drunk, and you just meet up with this girl, and you just like realize how both of you are just fucked up, and you're just like an emo angel type shit.
Pretty close. Pretty close. I love emo angels. Shout out all the emo girls out there. Hit me up. And hit him up apparently too.
Oh no, I'm cuffed.
Oh my bad.
3 years, I don't like that.
All right, the second song was you.
Know You.
Know You. All right.
Know You is about a breakup. It is about a breakup.
Okay.
All right. But it's more about how you guys were in a toxic relationship and how that breakup impacts you on both sides. Yeah.
Word. All right. I was pretty close. The third song.
And the last song is Karma. So the hook is basically like, Shawty got karma. You know what goes around comes around. It's only a matter of time before you finally feel how I've been feeling for a long time. So it's like karma comes back around to you when you like mess with me.
Yeah. No, I get that. You were messing around with her, this girl, and her, karma. I got that.
Yeah.
I got that. I'm gonna say
The
3 out of
girl
3.
part right, the breakups and stuff.
Yeah. No, I'd say that was 3 out of 3. I got them all correct. Let me know if you're watching this how you feel about that. If I hit them out of the ballpark, because I think I did. They call me Babe Ruth. All right, well, let's see how we're doing here. We're not doing too bad on time. I got a couple more questions for you. So, you talked about. I like how you talked about how when you're writing music, you could write it from your perspective. You could also write it from the perspective of somebody else. What makes you think that you are able to write a song from somebody else's perspective? Like, is it the experience? Have you talked to people? Like, what exactly is it?
It's a little bit of experience, but it's a little bit of just like watching movies. Like I watch a lot of A24 movies, and like there's this one movie called Waves, and I really love like the aesthetic, the cinematography, and the vibe of that movie. How it just like literally goes through a wave of life, like ups and downs, and like different directors, Tarantino, Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick's one of my major inspirations. Like I just love like film and shit. Yeah, that's like one of my main inspirations, and fashion. If someone's dressed really nice, I can just like make a song out of that.
Word.
Yeah.
If you had to make a song right now about my fit,
you know what it'd be? It would be like some grunge, like it'd be like some country shit.
Some country shit.
But like some hardcore country.
Some
shit.
hardcore
like
country.
Metal country.
Metal country.
Yeah.
What would the song be called?
It would be called FOMO, fear of missing out, because you're fearing of missing out at UD.
My last question I have for you, my friend. Is this your first time at UD?
Yeah, this is my first time at UD.
And Kurt's probably going to kill me because he's like, man, he was just having fun interviewing him, didn't ask about anything UD. First of all, Kurt, I don't care what you think. I don't care that you run this show.
Shout out
I
Kurt,
don't
man.
care. Hey, yo, you. If you had to talk about what you've seen here at UD, your experience, how would you tell the people it is?
Community. Everyone is so cool, bro. Like, cool to the fucking core. Like, I walked in here nervous as fuck, but just, like, talking to the people just eased everything. Like, and I just got on stage and I just, like, felt everything.
Word. My friend, thank you so much for coming onto the podcast.
No problem.
We appreciate you. Thank you for coming onto UDTV. Please let the people know where they can find you, your Instagram, social medias, any shout outs. Now's the time to let them know.
All right, so my Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud is Xave Angels, XAVANGELZ. And my social media is Xavier with an O, and Angels, Angels.
Word up. Guys, you already know who it is. BETO, aka Ayoochill, New Jersey's music podcaster person.
Yeah. Shout out Olu, shout out Undead.
I'll catch you all in the next one. Kurt, stop stalking me. Appreciate you, dog. Let's get out of here.
Word. Thank you.
You already know what it is. UD 34, heavy on the set with it. I know who's sitting next to me, but please introduce yourself for others who may not know.
To the unknown, to the lost, to the voices that need to be heard. I am Wawa tonight. I'm in the cut, as always. Damn, I keep going back and forth, but I'm cozy. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So I've known you for a while now. Like I've seen you at many UDs. You would probably at like UD what, like 10? UD 9?
I ain't gonna lie, I was probably like UD 18, like UD 17 for real.
Okay, still
Yeah.
shit. That's
still pretty early because like there was at least 30 UDs before we changed and transitioned.
so.
It's 30.
Well, I know you make music, but could you tell the artist a little bit about your craft and what you do?
Well, usually the way I view it is like I need to like unleash a lot of thoughts, a lot of energies and emotions into something. And instead of like being negative to the world, I'd rather just put it in the form of words and just talk either a story or just an emotion. I mean, like walk the viewer to an emotion. And essentially like, heal a person that's sad type music, you know what I mean? Like something that's like calming to the soul. It's like a trance type of thing.
How does your intuition affect your creative self?
I mean, usually I be busy, like trying not to get work in my like music thing, but I like to get in the picture. I like to be in the places. I be everywhere. I be here and there. But as far as the music, you know what I mean? Like, I always try to push myself because sometimes you always feel down sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's okay to feel down. It's just like you got to carry yourself up every now and then to the highest of your point, fullest extent.
Do you ever feel vulnerable when you make music? Do you ever feel like any self-doubts?
Yeah, definitely plenty of times. Like starting creating like a name, an artist name. It was hard being like not known as nobody to just being recognized as Wawa as soon as you walk into the building. Doubts, I have that regularly. That's like everything in life. Like, you're always gonna have doubts on how you live or how you view your point. I feel like as long as you overcome the doubts and like you just move forward, it's a brighter future for everybody. It's okay to feel vulnerable, but you know what I mean? You gotta just suck it up. Do your thing, get in your bag for me.
Right.
Get your bag. Move the motion. Always stay in motion. I mean, no motion is it's bad motion. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. How old were you when you started making music?
Essentially, probably like around 20. But like really writing maybe like when I was like probably 18, 19. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was just more like poetry.
Yeah.
And then like essentially like the poetry and music is it's in the same field. It's just more like extending the verse into a whole hook or verse itself, and making it into an actual tune that's more like desirable to the human ear.
Yeah.
But
How do you stay true to your creative self amidst all the trends and social media? Like, do you ever feel yourself getting lost?
I feel myself getting lost all day, every day. It's to a point where it's like I can't recognize myself. Part of my, it's more on picking yourself up, like referring back to what I said before, just like keeping yourself up, lifting yourself up to better motion, better picture, better life, manifesting the best of energy for me, because it's like you carry around negative energy, that's not gonna do nothing for you. you gotta like detox that from out your circle.
Yeah.
The moment that's out your circle, you find yourself pushing for better and thinking better.
How do you protect yourself spiritually from these negative energies?
I like to just like keep faith in my charm, and I just have faith in my angels. You know what I mean? Like they keep me guided. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to see the light. I'd be stuck in darkness. But that's not, you know what I mean? That's not for the typical mind. That's just like, it's better motion.
Right.
Like that. It's better motion.
Do you have any upcoming projects you're excited about?
Yeah, I'm low key like just been caught in the funk with work, but I'm about to drop a little EP on some like maybe like winter, like maybe end of November, probably December. It's called W's in the Winter. It's gonna be probably like 3 songs, but yeah, for me like, cause like we get W's. It don't matter if it's winter, fall, spring, summer. I mean, every season we ballin'.
Right. What are some challenges you faced this year, just becoming more like authentic with yourself?
Every day is a challenge, an obstacle. To be honest with you, it's not a challenge I felt like I can't overcome mentally. If you prepare yourself before, I wouldn't say it'd be easier. It just essentially makes it just happen more in motion. I feel like, I don't know. That's why I like to just think positively. I mean, it's better to just keep an open mind, but not too open, because you don't know how everybody else's mind set up. Everybody else's mind functions in separate. A whole couple trillion people in the world. You're just one mind, one soul, one individual. So as long as you keep pushing your ego, your error, the ego, for me, like just keep pushing your character, you're gonna find yourself like being identified as you. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes sense.
Well, how do you separate your creative side from your personal life?
There is no separating it. It's more just like letting it flow naturally. I'm always creative, whether it's working, whether it's just sitting down, whether it's just laying down. I'm always thinking of something that will always make me more productive. It's just for me, like the feeling of getting up and taking that initiative to really do that, complete the task. I mean, that's why it's not hard, but it's like it could be overwhelming. I like that.
Of course, I'm sure for most people, just getting like something out there is overwhelming as is. What do you hope your legacy will be as an artist?
I believe I told somebody, like, I think somebody told me that exact same question, like, what did you want your legacy to be? And I'm gonna just tell you the same thing. It's like, I don't want to be known to be like somebody famous, somebody that was like rich, somebody that did this, that. I just want to be known as a man that did what he did, lived by what he said, and lived by what he spoke. I mean, get my money, get my funds. Like I said, move for better motion, stay in better motion. Just recognize it, you know what I mean? Like real recognize real, fake recognizes snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. Before we let you go, can you just give a little word of advice for those artists, those young artists out here, or even some older ones, just some advice that you can give them?
See, like, I could confidently say I'm not no real, like, mainstream artist. So we still getting up there for me. I'm really just one of y'all type shit. Really, really. So it's like consistency. Keep writing. Just keep writing. Just keep writing. The more you write, keep it all like not bottled up, but to a point where you just gotta hit the studio or like you gotta like record it. Just press the record button, record yourself. Even if it's a video, like you're recording yourself from a third person video from like somebody else's phone. while using your phone, in a sense. Record it. Because the human mind, projection of voice, it could be a beautiful thing for real. Like, if you know how to really control your voice and how you pronounce certain things, say certain things in a certain tone, it's like the human ear is going to come in tune.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Yeah. For me, Wawa
Shout
tonight.
Yeah, shout them out. Let them know what it is.
Yeah, Wawa tonight. Shout out Kayla in the building. Our boy Ace in the back. Yeah. You already know. We here. UD.
UD 34. Check them out.
Yeah. Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time. Come in. Order. Yeah.
Honestly, just a little tired, but yo, what's up, underground dwellers? It is G.O.D, and I'm here with the lovely MJ.
Hi.
MJ, how are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing today?
I'm just doing lovely. You know, I'm chilling. Honestly, it's been a blessed night. Long day, but honestly worth it. You know,
Oh, yeah.
every time we come out here and we unite, it's always worth the experience.
I agree.
How I saw you guys were up to Rhode Island. How was that?
Rhode Island was sick. It was definitely a big surprise for me because I wound up performing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was interesting to perform in front of people who don't really know me.
Right, like complete different scenario out there.
No, yeah, especially because I'm a bit more quiet
Right.
to myself. So then it's like people don't know what to expect, and I get on stage and I start screaming, and everyone's like,
They see it. Yeah, I feel the same way because I'm also like the same way, like a little reserved. Like I don't really, I try to engage, but I'm really more reserved. So then when I get up there and I start screaming, they're like, "What?"
"Oh
Like,
yeah, I like your performances for real."
yeah, like when I show it to people, they're like, "What?" You don't even like. It doesn't seem like it doesn't correlate to them, you know.
It's just because
But-
people don't really know us for real.
Nah, it's deep inside of us. When's the next time you're gonna pop out? It's gonna have an MJ performance at the UD.
So I don't know about the UD, but on October 19th,
Oh,
I'm throwing my second clown party, which is going to be a really big thing, and I'm definitely going to open up and close the show.
oh
So,
heck yeah!
You know, do my due diligence. Everyone, pop out. I hope
Clown
you come
party.
too.
Oh, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Where's it gonna be at? So that the people and I know.
It is going to be at the same place that the UD studio is located. There's like this little basement space that I'm going to occupy, and I'm really excited
Okay.
about it. And it might be a little tight, but I think it's fun that way, you know? So
Yeah.
that the crowds are really together, really going crazy, really clowning
Right.
around.
Don't have much space for you to lounge around.
Yeah, like why are you hiding on the wall? Get in the
Right.
pit.
There was this one song, I can't remember. It's an old like disco song. That's like, get up off that wall or something like that.
I know exactly what you're talking
I
about.
can't remember how the lyrics go right now. But yeah, that's how I feel like that the tight rooms really make people engage more, and you feel the energy throughout more. There's less of an open area for the energy to distillate.
That's exactly what I count on, and that's literally why I do clown parties, is because people get to put on makeup and literally you're not seeing each other's faces,
Yeah.
so then you feel more inclined to act out, be crazy, and
Right.
do what you want to do, and get close like that in a pit. Yeah, so I'm really really excited for the lineup and everything.
You know, out of I think I've known you for a while, and seeing you progress from spectator to being on stage. I remember the first time you being on stage, I was like, yo, MJ's on stage. I was like, what? How has that been for you? Like that experience of a switch, from being in the crowd to directing the crowd essentially.
Bro, I mean, it's honestly really crazy because when I get on stage, it's kind of remind me of when I was in high school and I was in theater, and I was a theater kid, obviously, and I used to black out on stage and give my all. So it was really fun to it's fun to do that again.
Right.
Because half the time I don't even remember what's going on until I get off stage and everyone's like, "You killed it!" And I'm like, "Great."
It is a
Angel
blackout,
Crater did her
yeah.
due diligence because MJ was not on that stage. So it's really fun for me. It's like a release.
So right now, you're part of the staff. What has been that shift of, okay, you come to the UD, you're a viewer at the UD. You come for the entertainment, but now you're coming for more of a sense of unity. Like, what has it been like being a part of the staff of UD? You know.
Honestly, being a part of the staff is really fun and interesting because because I threw my own party last year,
Right.
and I'm trying to do that again. It's kind of like being able to network more. It helps out. Like I know that who I can trust, what I shouldn't do, what I should do, and I like sometimes will like help Kurt out with those things. And he always jokes around that I get on his ass about like shit like that. Sorry, I don't know if I can curse.
No, you're good.
He always like jokes around that I get on his ass about stuff, but like I guess obviously it works for us because
Right.
now I'm like I literally get to help him like pull him to the side and be like, hey, this didn't work or this did work, which is really cool to do because it's like bringing in like spectator personality and putting it to use. Like
Designing a perfect show in a sense.
yeah,
It is a beautiful like to see all of these different people. You know that familiar faces that care about a certain place
yeah.
in a space and create it better. And Kurt is very wise for that. Like bringing the people that he brought on and.
No, I think it's very cool to see people like have those experiences that we got to have when the shows first started.
Yeah.
So it's like an amazing thing because it's like, wow, someone's really enjoying this. And I remember when I was like really enjoying it for the first time and how that made me feel and how the crowd made me feel. And that's why I kept coming back. And probably that's why you kept coming back.
Yeah. It was definitely something out of like, something just clicked, you know? I looked around at the room for a second and there was some kind of like peace and tranquility just like washed over me. And it was like the feeling of, okay, like this is relaxing. Like this is, it allowed me to reach out into different aspects of music that I never thought I would ever, you know, be enticed into doing. Like I never thought I would be able to do Ragers. I never thought, I knew I had a bunch of like anger inside of me and like, before the best way for me to express it was maybe playing UFC, you know, just beating characters up on the game. But when I actually was like, okay, let me try this, and it was so much fun, like letting all of it go, just.
Oh yeah, I see when you perform, you literally have a good time. It's always like it makes the show and the performance more enjoyable.
That's definitely something, like. Do you agree, like, as a tip for people out there just starting out, like, wanting to do great as a performance, right, is, like you said, black out, like, give it your all.
Yeah.
Don't even be yourself. Don't like, I guess in a sense, plan it a little bit, but just give into the moment and let the moment take you for a second.
Exactly. I'm definitely a get into the moment kind of person. So, I mean, everyone handles performing differently. Like, some people plan what they're going to do, and it's amazing. And then if I plan what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw up. Like, literally, I'm like, no, I cannot plan. I just get on the stage and I just go.
And I've had moments where I plan something.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't do it. And I'm like,
exactly.
Like, why did I practice that for so long? Like, just to not do it because, like you say, in the moment, you just kind of let go of things. Like, it becomes something else.
Yes. Like, that adrenaline kicks in and I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. But what am I doing? And
Now,
it's like, have a good time. Fuck it.
Right. Now, how's the come down of it? You know, like when you get off the stage, how do you deal with that?
Honestly, I get off the stage, I go sit down, I take a break, I breathe.
Yeah.
People still always tell me, like, I still seem like the most hyper-aware person in the room. And I'm just like...
I feel like, it definitely makes me more, like, alert.
Yes,
like,
I
attentive.
definitely, like, just stop. Like time freezes because I was just moving so much. I'm just moving so fast, and all that adrenaline is just like dwindling. So it's like I just take deep breaths for real, just like regain my sense of what everything is and where everything is and who I'm around.
Right.
What about you? How do you do it?
For me, I feel like I definitely, the first thing I need to do is go outside. I need to go outside. I need to get, like, I need that cold air because like at the end of it, I'm just like so gone by it. Like I'm like, I feel like I have like a fever almost.
Yeah.
Like my body just feels hot, you know, so I just go outside and it just fresh air immediately. And then everybody's, telling me like, "Oh, you did amazing," and that's the most part that like I still like because I've never been to that point where somebody has like besides my family has acknowledged me to that point, because I was a quiet kid in school. I never really did anything out there. More of I didn't really have the opportunities to do it because of how my assistance what like my attendance, not my assistance. My attendance was terrible, so I wasn't really allowed to like join band or do any group activities like that.
Your attendance was that bad.
Yo, it was terrible. I used to call in like every day pretending to be my dad because he wouldn't know English. So I would just be like, hello, Zeus, no school. This Jose Hernandez. Thank you. Goodbye. And yo, I would get away with it. They would never every time. And like I had a kid voice, you feel me?
I think they just didn't care for real. They
That's
were
what I'm
like,
saying.
"It's
They got to a
kid,
point
we're
where
just
they
gonna,
didn't care. It got to a point where they didn't care and they just like passed me on, But to be in here now, like, and getting that appreciation, it's incredible.
Yeah.
If there's anything that you wish to say to the people or to anybody that might be hearing, like a little bit of advice coming from a essentially new coming artist. I know you have a little bit of good experience now, but
I guess I would say just like be yourself and don't be afraid to try new things and try different sounds and all that, because like you might start off with something and you're like, this is great, or it's horrible, and that doesn't mean that that's like the end all be all. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I am very versed in my, I guess, music taste. So sometimes I listen to rock, emo, whatever, but I grew up listening to hip hop, R&B, a group in the church, so I definitely love all those sounds, and I want to experiment with like a good majority of those sounds just to see what my voice fits. So I think that everyone should try to do that and not just like limit
stick
themselves.
to one thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Can you shout yourself out? Where
What's
do people
up, guys?
find you?
I'm Angel Creator online. The E's are 3s. I think that's it. But everyone calls me MJ or Angel.
Beautiful.
Have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UDTV. We are out here in Kearney, New Jersey. Shout out Kurt. Shout out the whole UD team. My name is Beto. To the left of me, to the right of your screen, somebody who I don't know personally, but I've just met now. My friend. Please let the people know who you are and where you're from.
Yo, what's up, y'all? My name is Aces, ACES, from New Brunswick, New Jersey, here at my first UD event.
Oh, snap. New Brunswick. You from New Brunswick?
I'm originally from Kenya, Africa.
Oh,
yeah.
Snap. When did you move here?
I moved here in 2015, y'all.
Oh,
yeah.
snap.
Yeah.
Yo, you have a good English accent.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
Shout
think
out
so.
my grandma. She was a great teacher. She taught me well.
Hell yeah, dude. I would have never guessed that you weren't like actually born
A
here.
lot of people can't guess that, man.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
sick,
yeah.
bro. Yo, tell me a little bit about Kenya, dog.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Kenya, Nairobi. My mom worked hard, really hard, so she gave me a good life there. And here at this event, I'm here mainly because of my mom's love for music and my pops too. They put me on while we were growing up. I feel like music really carried me in my childhood, Kenya isn't the best place in the world, especially around the time I was living there, but the music definitely helped make it a brighter place. So
Word up. So what kind of music do you make?
right now, I'm a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I really love working with other producers who have their own soundscapes. So right now I'm in the new trap scene, kind of like what Shay, Osama Sun, and them are doing, kind of that new rage. Yeah,
Word.
yeah.
So do you take any influences from the music of Kenya and apply it to the music that you provide here?
Hell yeah. I grew up on a lot of Ye, grew up on a lot of Boys to Men, the
Word.
New Edition. So I really feel like I had to carry some soul in whatever I'm doing. So when I be rapping, I try to put some harmonies in there that really speak to the soul and that's what I get from my mom and what she listened to. Yeah.
Word up, dog.
Yes, sir.
So funny enough, New
Yeah.
Brunswick,
Yes, sir.
especially in the New Jersey scene,
Yeah.
New Brunswick has one of the most active scenes
Yeah.
in all of New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me, have you been to any events out there? Have you performed out there? Like, what can you tell me about New
I
Brunswick?
can tell you this. It's definitely something legendary going on here in New Jersey. And in New Brunswick, where we're from, I've seen some really dope creatives come together to bring like shows alive. From the posters to the artists performing to the venues. I haven't been myself, but from what I've seen, there's something great going on in New Brunswick.
Yeah, you know, funny enough, just about 2 weeks ago, I
Yeah.
went to my first basement show.
Oh, man.
out in New Brunswick, and it was like run by I believe like one of the houses of the
Yeah?
university
Wait,
out
which
there.
one?
Whatever.
Which one was it?
I honestly am not sure, but
I know there's like
a good friend of mine who's part of the band Tula Vera.
Yeah.
They travel around the country. They've done a couple tours and like they do a lot of shows, and they decided to come back to their roots and do a
Yeah.
basement show in Brunswick. And let me tell you, the people there, the vibes, everything was absolutely electric. And you know, the fact that we are talking about New Brunswick,
Yes, sir.
it's not New Brunswick itself, but I believe it's North Brunswick.
Yeah.
I have to give a huge shout out to Rose City. I don't know if you've been there yet,
No, sir.
but you should definitely check them out since they're right around the corner from you.
Yeah.
Rose City is a studio out in North Brunswick,
Okay.
and they have a whole bunch of shows. They have hip hop shows, they have beat battles, and they actually run. The studio was built by three brothers. I believe it's three brothers. I'm so sorry if I forget it. But they actually built the studio, I believe, for Jadakiss recently.
Wow.
And then they have this beautiful studio out there, and they have podcast theirs and beat battles, and it's smoke friendly and drinks and stuff. Man, it is a beautiful thing. Just the same thing that UD is doing here, they're doing over there, but just on a smaller, packed little venue. So you should definitely check them
And
out.
you said that was Rose City?
Yes, Rose City. Rose City.
I'ma
Definitely
be
check
there.
them out.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, for sure, man. They're beautiful.
That's
They're
sick.
they're a beautiful group. But tell me, you said it's your first time here at UD.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what can you tell me about the experience here so far? What have you liked about it? What were you expecting? Maybe didn't expect?
All right. Driving here, I was nervous. I mean, first show ever. I was coming with my boy Zave Angels. We were
Word.
nervous, but we've been working hard to get to this point. So getting here, I could feel that everybody else worked hard to get to this point. Like you can tell Kurt and the crew put a lot of effort into everything, how it moves, and I could really feel that synergy. And I think that gave me a lot more confidence when I was backstage, right about to go on that and perform. So I love the energy here. It's so real. I haven't met this many creatives ever in like one spot, and everybody here is so kind-hearted and so genuine, and that's definitely giving me hope and more strength to do what I love to do. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Welcome to the New Jersey scene, man.
Thank
It's a
you,
pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned that you and your boy have been putting in so much work.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that?
Bro, so this is my 8th, 9th month making music. I've never done it before. I've always been a silent creative. I have a clothing brand that I work on. That's what I've been doing since I was 16. And my boy, Zave, he was like, yo, I'm trying to start up a collective, the Undefined Collective. We're trying to seek talent, and I know you're someone who's creative, so he wanted me on it. And my mind during January was kind of in a point of change, and something that I've always loved, and in the past few years, is music, really rap music. And I watched this video essay that was talking about the rap game kind of like changing tonally, you know, from what we were rapping about 50 years ago to today. Not 50, but a few years ago to today, it's very different. And there's a new wave. I'm a young creative who has a voice, and to bring it to the mic and bring something new, now that's something I can do, and that's what we've been trying to do. So I learned how to mix this year. I learned how to record myself, make it sound quality, and I've gotten many compliments on that. So these past 8 months have been nothing but a creative grind, trying to like really find myself with my voice. Yeah.
You know, something that we love to see at a lot of these events
Yeah.
is seeing that passion, that hunger
Yeah.
to become better, to grow as an artist.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for people like yourself
Yeah.
before you started this grind?
I'd say find what's true to your heart. For me, that's my family. That's really like my core, always will be. And before you pursue a new journey, you got to ask yourself, like, where can I take y'all with me? How far can I go with this? Because that really makes you not half-ass it. Once you have that core, it's like, I never let you down. That's something I'd really tell a lot of people to find, because that core translates to your music, your photography, your clothing. It translates to everything and everybody around you, man. That's what I'd say. So I guess that's love. That's
Word
love.
on.
Yeah.
So you talked a little bit in there about how you have a clothing brand.
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So that's Perk, P-U-R-K. I get a lot of laughs because of that name, but I came up with it when I was 16, and that's something I've been working on, really just curating pieces. I'm not really trying to go on with like what trends is happening right now or anything like that. I really just create out of pure joy. So a lot of my pieces, I wish I would have worn one, I would have shown you, but it's really just my mind speaking, like some graffiti, like grunge stuff, or it can have like a fire quote that really, like, a lot of people have told me has given them a lot of direction in their lives. So that's something I've been doing since I was young, and I'm grateful to have that ability to create. Yeah.
Word. So in this whole process of making music, making clothing, coming out to events like this for the first time, what is the most challenging thing that you have had to face throughout this journey?
Myself, I'd say. Like, it's so easy to get caught up in your head in all this, especially when you're trying to, like, put yourself in other people's, like, face. You know, I get scared. I really get scared, or I get down. So I try to keep myself up. I really try to hold myself up. I was telling my mom this the other day. It's like, I'm trying to hold up pillars right now, and I got to have a strong foundation to do that. So that's me kind of like revamping myself and reassuring myself. So the greatest battle is the self. Yeah, that's for sure what's been my biggest roadblock.
And so what do you do exactly when you're, you know, going through this and trying to, like, you know, fight your demons, I guess is the way of saying it.
It's hearing what I'm doing and then looking back at where I came from. So back to Kenya, think about that. A lot of the people I know back home don't got the life I'm living right now. I'm not even living the best life, but a lot of people would really want to be where I'm at. And when I'm in this moment of doubt or cloudy or whatever it is, I just think about home and how hard my mom worked to get me here. And I'm gonna work hard to get her where I want her to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's what pulls me out of that every time. Every time. Yeah.
Well, I think I have one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to elaborate as much as you can on it.
Okay.
Because you said a couple beautiful things that I could definitely relate to.
All right.
I love the fact that you spoke about, you know, how hard your mom has worked.
Yeah.
You know, my mom as well has worked so hard to give me the life that I have now. And I'm trying to do the best I can to really pay it back and pay it forward in some way. But what you said there is that, you know, a lot of people in Kenya, they may not have the best life. And you said to yourself just now, you were like, and I don't even live the best life right now.
Yeah.
What to you, what is your vision of what the best life looks like for you?
That is me having paid off my sister's college debt when she goes to college. That is me getting my mom the home she's always wanted to build. That is me being a creative at my absolute fullest and kind of being at the forefront of the scene. I really think if I got that chance, I would seize it and I would bring all these dreams to life. You know, I'd love to be fly too, fashion-wise. I really want to pop out to fashion events, be all over the world, travel with my homie, you know, go to fashion events. That's one thing I'd love to do. But, yeah, that's it for me right there. That's serenity. It's bringing me peace right now. Yeah. Yeah, man.
My friend.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you so much for coming onto the podcast,
Yeah.
sharing your time with me, sharing this moment with us. Please let the people know where they can find you, your Instagram, social media, any shout outs.
Everything.
Now is the time to let them know.
Man, shout out my boy Zave. He behind the camera. Wouldn't be here without him. And my Instagram is ACES4, the number 4, EVER. Aces Forever. That's all my socials. Come support. I'm really trying to build a new world here. We're trying to build a new world. Undefined coming up for real. That's a new collective. That's a new wave. And a year from now, you're going to see. You're going to see. Yeah, man.
And y'all already know who it is. It's Beto,
Yes, sir.
a.k.a. Ayoochill, here at UDTV. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yes, sir.
My brother, thank you
for
so
having
much.
me.
Appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate you, man.
Yo, 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 it's G.O.D, and I am here today with...
NYC Kai, you know what it is. We outside, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Yo, how you been, man? It's been a while since I seen you, man.
Shit, man. I've been good. How you been?
I've just been working, man. Did you perform yet?
Nah, I'm about to go on soon. I
Yeah?
know, yeah.
So how do you deal with the anticipation of going onto stage, man?
Man, I perform so often that usually I'm putting on an event and I'm kind of like, I'm already in the groove.
You
of,
are
like,
in the
seeing everybody.
song with it.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some like
But,
tips though that like when you were just starting out, you know?
To get ready to perform, like when you got anxiety.
Because you
or
know
whatever.
some people, yeah.
The best thing is to just do it, man. And like even if you on stage and you shake and you feel like you shaking, the video won't even look like that. You know, I had a show once and I was performing. I was standing on a speaker and I felt so shaky. And I looked at the video and I looked like I knew what I was doing. And I was like, oh, okay.
It'll be in your head.
Yeah, be in your head.
It'll
you
be
know?
in your head.
Yeah. So just go do it. You know.
Fuck yeah. For those that don't know, you host City Sounds, right?
Yeah. I
Can you tell the people a little
created
more
City Sounds,
more
you know?
about City Sounds?
So
for those
City
that don't know?
Sounds is a 3-day festival that I put together in 2023 and 2024. This year we threw the second one. Kurt honestly was a big help in putting together that festival. The first
yeah.
one, he came to a couple meetings with me, helped me solidify a venue. Was really just helpful. So I'm really happy that we were able to do it again this year. We're already planning for year
Next
3.
year?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's gonna be a continuous like one time a year thing.
Yup.
Beautiful. Definitely, like you could say that the experience of season 2, right? Like, could you say that it has helped like Kurt like focus in? Like you could see it right when he helped with your event, how good he has gotten at coordinating events and setting up shows. Like it's been incredible.
Yeah, definitely. He's always been someone that was down to help and was down to really like, you know, sometimes people say they're down to help support your cause, but they don't put as much energy as they would if it was their own thing. But Kurt, he'll put his 100% energy into whatever he's helping you with. You know what I mean? So, having somebody like Kurt, man, is definitely key.
And you've seen the Underground Developmental develop over time, you know? How would you say that you describe the UD at its time right now?
So it's funny because when I did the first City Sounds, going back to City Sounds, I pretty much did it by myself, and I was talking with Kurt, and he was pretty much doing it by himself. This year and season 2 with UD, got a whole staff now, you know,
Right.
just more organized roles and shit, and that's really what's going to take you to the next level. You know what I mean? It's important to understand how everything works, but then eventually you want to put people into those places so that you have more time to allocate to other things that need to happen. You know what I
Having
mean?
a team to execute your vision. I feel like that's been a theme a lot with a lot of different people that we've talked to throughout tonight, is that really the key to executing like it's cool to start something off on your own, right? Set the roots, but in reality, if you want to take that a step further, adding people that you trust and you know are going to help you execute that vision is a must and like a high key to successfully getting what you started, you know, that little seed. Now you got to add the water. That's what the people were essentially. So it's beautiful to see that, you know, that a lot of people resonate with this message of adding more people to your vision.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's important, you know, like everything in the world is made exactly as it should be. If we weren't made to interact with other people and have other people in our network and build with other people, there wouldn't be other people in this world. It would just be you. You know what I mean? But like, there's other people and everything's for a reason. So you know, it's part of how you live. You know what I mean?
Right.
You need society. You need people. You know, so. And then, you know, you treat people a certain way and they treat you a certain way back. So I think Kurt does a really good job of treating people well,
Right,
and that's
fairly.
why he gets treated with respect back.
It's that bondship where I also don't feel no egotism toward, like, you know, coming from Kurt, where it's like I feel like he's really like a very humble person, to the point where when he says that he really wants to see other people succeed, like he really wants to see other people succeed beyond just seeing himself succeed. I feel like that's one of the things that connects me a lot to him as an individual, because before I thought, you know, like, and I've met people that have to my face told me nobody, if they have a chance to perform for so and so and they see you, they won't give you the opportunity to do so, you know?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I feel like he's definitely one of those persons to lay down on the wire for you to crawl over, type of thing.
Word, yeah, no, it's important to have people that give you those opportunities, because they can be definitely hard to find, especially as an independent artist,
Right.
up-and-coming artist, for somebody to just believe in you. You know what I mean?
Talking about opportunities, I know you also do junkyard sessions.
Yeah.
So that's like a content series that you've kept continuously, you know, consistently continue to promote and keep up with. What really gave you the idea to start that, you know, like the junkyard sessions?
Man, I wanted a platform to be able to perform on, so I
Created your own.
I created my own, pretty much. Yeah, and I knew other artists too that needed that shine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That needed a shot. And then little did I know that it ended up becoming a community. You know what I mean? And that's when I started realizing how important community was. So. But yeah, I really just started it as a platform for people that couldn't get heard, couldn't get on these bigger platforms, to be able to, you know, come and get on. And
Right.
just to be able to, like, you know, let people shine, man.
Yo, for those that don't know, please shout yourself out, your Instagram, because this man can get a lot done for you. And as you can see, he's very humble. He's a very giving man. He's all about community. So let them know where they can find you, my man.
Word, yeah, you can find me, NYCL_Kai. That's my personal page. Junkyard Sessions. That's on Instagram, YouTube. That's where the whole sessions are. And you can find me also at citysounds.festival, and New York City.locals. So, you know, we doing a lot. We juggling a lot of things.
Sir.
Junkyard Session tour on the way. I haven't even announced that yet, but yeah, that's coming soon.
What?
So yeah, just get tuned, man. We gonna be out on your side too. So
Hey,
yeah.
say that.
I know they trying to rush me to perform probably. So
Bro, yeah, man. I love you, bro.
Yo,
Be blessed.
Bless.
Yo, what is going on, my underground dwellers? G.O.D here, and I am blessed to be with Chelsea Walker.
What's up, y'all?
So, big night tonight, huh?
Big night.
Are you performed yet, or you haven't gone up yet?
I haven't performed yet. I perform at 1016 tonight.
Okay. And have you been to the UD before, or?
No, this is actually my first time.
Oh,
at UD, yeah.
first time I'm performing. Amazing. No, I've had the pleasure of seeing you perform before, and I can 100% without say she's incredible. I've been, I think I met you where, New York, right? Or was it Mad Mines? It was Mad Mines.
Yeah.
But are you originally like from up north or New York?
Yeah, I'm originally from up north, New Jersey.
Okay.
And then I came down to South Jersey, which is where I'm located at now.
Okay.
But I'm back and forth from New York and North Jersey almost every weekend, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how far would you say you've been in your musical career so far?
I've been posting it on all platforms since 2018, but I've been making music, writing music since I was 7.
Oh yeah. A lot of musical history in your family and background.
I mean, I would say more so because I have all these older siblings and they, were really into music, so that just all rubbed off onto me.
So Johnny got you into doing more music?
Yeah, Johnny, also all my other siblings, they all have different types of music tastes, for sure. Like Johnny got his music taste from his older sister and whatnot, so it all just goes down the line, like my other brothers and whatnot.
And are they also like actively putting music out and stuff like on the shows or no?
No, it's only me and Johnny. Yes.
You guys gotta form like a Jackson 5, modern Jackson 5.
I'm the baby, so I guess I'm like.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay. I see it. So who would Johnny be?
I don't know the Michael Jackson. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know either. I know there was 5 of them. That's about it.
I know Janet.
Okay. After the UD, what other big shows do you have like in sight?
I don't have any insight at the moment, but I'm definitely looking to do more shows after UD.
Okay. And is there any new music that you're putting out that you'd like to put a spotlight on?
I just dropped my project, Midnight Melodies, on all platforms. It's an R&B type of rap type of feel vibe. And I'm also dropping more music as well, always working. And not to mention tonight, if you're here, you're going to be seeing 2 of my most new songs that I'm going to be showcasing unreleased, a special unreleased just for UD.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm spoiling you guys.
Put a little sneak peek right there. Drop it. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, what would you say really like pushed you to pursue music? Like, was there a moment where you were like, okay, this is definitely what I want to do? Before you were like a little, I'm not sure, but what made you say, okay, I want to put this out into the world?
I would say probably when like freshman year in high school, I'm not gonna do basketball anymore. I'm not gonna do any more sports. I'm just gonna focus on music. And then I was like, yeah, from there I just went. 8th grade is when I dropped my first song, but after the first song, then you have that moment where you're like, okay, am I gonna take this serious? So then after freshman year, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this serious.
And how would you say it's been going for you so far? Like, have you been getting what you've been seeking out of music, or have you been achieving your goals that you set out to for yourself?
I've definitely been achieving my goals, getting better as an artist, and the support that I get from people. Even when I go out to shows, even over social media, and everything to me, I really appreciate it. So I'm definitely happy about where I'm at. I know there's still so much more to go, and I know that I don't want to stay stagnant where I'm at. So I'm just ready to keep going. I want the world to spin a little faster. Let's get it going.
When you have a lot of stuff going on, it does feel like everything is slower, right? Like as an artist, we have so many stuff in place that we just don't realize how fast we're moving. The world is a little slow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like you're trying to constantly have this catch-up battle. Like for me personally, sometimes I feel like I'm doing a lot, and then I will start feeling like I'm not doing enough. You ever get into those moments where you're putting out consistently and doing, like say you put out something and you expected something, has that ever happened to you yet where you haven't gotten expectations?
I think that's the thing, you really can't expect too much.
Right.
Yeah, you have to do it because you want to do it and because you love doing it. And the people who are gonna appreciate it are gonna appreciate it and like that. So I would say with that, if I've ever felt like that, I would say if something is not, how I expected it to be, I feel like I make music to be timeless, so I'm never too worried if something doesn't catch on as soon as I drop it. Because I'm like, I could always promote this in a year, but it's not going to sound like it was dropped a year ago, it's going to still sound fresh. So I feel like I'm never too worried about that in an aspect.
So
because I yeah, I think there's new ears everywhere for sure. Because at the end of the day, you really have to think, is everybody hearing your music when you drop it? Like, there's no way everyone is. Like, sometimes people just don't even have the time to, go check it out. Right. Like, even some people close to me. So,
you just have to, wait till it comes to that moment. It's gonna be.
How do you go about promotion? Like, do you balance it out yourself, or do you have a little help with that?
I do balance it out by myself. I try to do it in a very smart way in my own business, where things like this, if I'm doing other type of performances, or even just like collaborating with different Instagram pages, trying to get my music out to as many ears as possible, and even just like ads, like Facebook ads, those work well, I would say, and even just promoting your music on all platforms, TikTok, trying to make friends with all your music, because that's what you really want to do. The music can't just be the music, it has to come with something else. It has to come with a feeling, it has to come with something.
So you've been doing this since 2018. That's a good while. Is there any big advice or tip that you have come across or that you've learned from trial and experience that you would give out to any other artists that are going on right now?
I think you have to just accept that not everyone's gonna like your music. What else? Get thick skin for that reason, exactly. But really, if this is what you want to do, I always say, I feel like this is kind of harsh. Some people just make music because they want to have fun. But if you really love this shit, then put your full force in front of this shit, because it's always gonna work out. If you're in the middle about it, really figure out what you want, because there's no reason to waste your time trying to get to somewhere you don't really have an idea about or have the main goal.
Any last piece of advice you would want to give off before we sign off?
Last piece of advice. Always believe in yourself. Be your biggest fan. Always have to be your biggest fan. And also be your biggest critic as well. You have to be able to look at yourself from the outside and see yourself how other people are going to see you.
Beautiful. You want to shout yourself out?
Yes, Chelsea Walker on all platforms, and then The Chelsea Walker on Instagram, The Chelsea Walker on TikTok, and Chelsea Walker on Facebook, everywhere. Check me out.
Chelsea Walker. Underground Developmental. Until next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the UDTV podcast. I'm one of your hosts, BETO, aka Ayoochill, and to the left of me, to the right of your screen, I got my friend. Please take a couple seconds, minutes, let the people know who you are and where you're from.
I am Luminous Pit, Lumi, Zoe, whatever you want to call me. I'm from New Jersey, and I'm here for the vibes, here for the experience. I do some interviewing, I do some little photography here and there, just dabble in a little bit everything.
Love that. And do me a favor, Zoe, just put your mic on.
I'm sorry, hey guys.
You're fine, you're fine. So, you said you do a little bit of photography. Actually, the first time I met you, I believe that you interviewed me for the first time.
I did interview you.
And you know what's funny? I'm usually the one doing all the interviews.
Right.
And I usually don't get interviewed too much, so it was very nice to have you there talking to me. How did you get into this photography, videography, interviewing game?
So I've always had an eye for photography since I was probably about 10 years old, maybe even earlier. Did some classes with my mom at the local public library. Then 1 year she got me a camera and just loved it ever since. And I don't have any one thing that I like to shoot most. Anything that's beautiful to me, and everything's beautiful to me, so. And interviewing, I love people. I just love talking to people, I love hearing about them, learning them. And I've been to Underground Development when they were back in Montclair, and I actually interviewed Kurt at the studio for a school newspaper, and that never got published. And then I heard they were doing internships. First thing I opened Instagram to, saw it, and it was a sign. I'm telling you, it was a sign. And here I am. Yeah.
Beautiful. So you said you went to school, or were you studying media or something like that?
I go to school now. I am a junior at Montclair.
Sweet.
And I'm there for journalism.
Sweet. Yes. Awesome. So what do you see yourself doing in 5 years or whenever you graduate? What is the goals for you?
Honestly, I I want to keep that on the low right now, but lately I've been feeling like, yes, of course I have goals and I have a bigger picture for everything, but I don't really want to make too many predictions. I'm kind of just going with the flow, the human experience. I want to see where I'm taken based off the choices I make and the opportunities I'm granted. I'm just, no goals in that sense.
Word up. And I totally respect that. I feel like when I was in college, I was in the same kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't really know what direction you really want to take until, like, I feel like after everything's said and done. Because I've only been doing what I've been doing probably since I graduated college, which I think is an interesting topic to bring up. Not even just graduating college, but, you know, when I was choosing that direction, I started doing what I do because I also love people. And not only do I love people, I love New Jersey, and I love the people inside New Jersey. But as I've gone through this journey, I've kind of realized, you know, what makes a good interview, or what makes a good conversation, what makes stuff that I make and I post it up and I'm proud of it. I look back at it, even if it gets 5 likes, 10 likes, you know, who even cares?
Right.
To you, what makes a good interview, or what makes a good conversation?
I just asked someone this question, and honestly, I think what makes the interview is, first of all, the person asking the questions, having some knowledge about who you're interviewing is definitely key, and definitely energy. Energy is always good, coming from the person that is being interviewed and the person doing the interviewing, just like good spirits. So like, doesn't matter the questions, doesn't matter what they do, as long as there's some like personality there, or just vibes.
Don't mind me as I over-exaggerate my personality now to try to make this crazy.
Love it.
So, tell me, you said you're from Jersey.
Right.
Can I ask what part of Jersey you're from?
I'm from Union County.
Union County.
Yes.
You know what's crazy about Union County?
What?
Is that I feel like that county is very diverse. You have a lot of different, and if I'm not, Union's in Union County, right? Or
Yes,
am I,
yes,
I just want to make sure. Because I often get confused sometimes with like Union City and Union County, and they're completely on different parts of Jersey.
They are.
But yeah, because I actually know a couple of artists from specifically Union. Shout out to Reg Mason, and shout out to also I don't think I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Groovy, who was the guy who released Jersey Love last year, the very viral Jersey song that came out last year. That came out. Groovy's from Union, so I'm pretty sure he's from Union. So yeah, got a lot of love for Union. How do you feel about the county in general? How do you feel about where you grew up?
Well, I don't know. I feel like I don't have enough experience to even speak on that. But the town I live in is like a square mile or something. I don't know. I don't really like it. I'm from Roselle Park. I do not shout out Roselle Park. I do not rep that.
What parts of Jersey do you like?
That's a great question, because honestly, I love to know what parts of Jersey I like. I need to travel more, honestly. This is a little bit more motivation. That's something I always want to do. But I do enjoy the beach, but I'm not sure, south, north, whatever, but put me around some trees. Doesn't matter the state. I'm taking you off topic. No, not New Jersey. I'm steering you away from that. Anywhere with some trees, some water, I'm there. Forget New Jersey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You know, you were talking before about how you love people. And there's, believe it or not, there's not a lot of people who love people. I feel like whenever I tell people, yeah, I just love people, and especially when I tell them I love New Jersey people, they look at me like I'm insane. They look at me like, how are you, why do you, and a lot of people I talk to, they're like, I want to leave Jersey, I don't like it here. But I feel like there's just like a certain spirit to the people of New Jersey. And that's just my personal opinion. But I love when people say they love people, because why do you love people? What makes people interesting to you? And what makes you want to shove a mic in their face and ask them questions?
We're one and the same. All of us. We are all people. We're human. But we're really just like, there's so much of a big picture, and it's so introspective. Like, we're really made up of the same thing no matter how different we are. And we're all the same thing, living different experiences, but we can all share such a similar one. Even like like what someone went through at 5 years old could be going through at 15. Like one and the same. We're one and the same. And I just want to see, you know, where we relate, where we don't. What's your story? What's your experience like?
So speaking of stories and speaking of talking with people, you've been interviewing the people at UD.
Yes.
For I don't know how long. How long have you been interviewing them for?
Today or like at UD?
I think just in general, the whole since you've been.
I started season 2, so this is the third UD of season 2, and this is the third time I'm doing this interviews.
Wow, that's incredible.
This is my first time on being interviewed.
That's great. That's great. No, it's wonderful. It's a long time coming. So, what have you seen and experienced about the people at UD, the people you've interviewed? What makes them different? What makes them unique to the underground developmental scene?
What makes them different? I mean, they all have their own set of eyes. They all have their own set of ears, their own words to speak, own experiences to share. Whether they're singing, writing, painting about an experience that they didn't, but they're putting themselves in those shoes, like, that's unique. But I feel like one thing that they really all share is passion. And two things, I guess, love. I feel like there's so much love in this community and everyone's just so open and welcoming. That's awesome.
I love that.
I do too.
So my follow-up question to that is, do you have any moments or interviews that stick with you, either just being crazy, weird, loving, like just something that will never leave the back of your mind after doing more than what? This is UD 34, 32 UDs.
No, this is my third UD.
Is he a third UD?
Yes, no, this is my third one. Like season 2 just started here at this new location, so this is my third one. So I don't have that much experience.
Oh, so you only use it season 2? Oh,
so not 32, but
word.
3, yeah.
So, do you have any moments
right
from the 2 that you think is so funny that stick with you?
Do I have time to think?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have a moment?
Of course.
Okay. Let me think about this. Right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Brain fart.
If it helps you, I'll never forget because I actually did my brand of podcast here at UD, and I believe that was still at season 1, maybe.
Yes.
Right, and I believe it was UD
18 or 19.
And I'll never forget when I was sitting there, one of the guys was just completely. Shout out to Kayim Jordan. Kayim Jordan, my bad. Kayim Jordan, shout out him because I was interviewing him and his friend, and he was just so zoned out. And I'm over there asking questions. I'm like, hey, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? And his friend is like taking it so seriously. He's like, yeah, we feel about this. Yeah, trying to help him out because he's just zoned out. And then I'm like, how do you feel about it, Kat? How do you say it? Kayim. I was like, how do you feel about Kayim? And he was like, I don't know. I'm lit, bro. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And
Me, except I'm not lit. I'm lit on the pure vibes, but very much me. I just zone out, like, when I'm put on the spot. But honestly, what's most memorable about all of them, not all of them, but most of them, is most people's first time being interviewed. Word. And I think that's kind of special to me and cool that I can share that experience with them. And there's like some recognition going on. Like it's so communal and wholesome. But it would probably be most memorable, just like, wow. And I'm seeing these people, like, seeing where they're going to go after. So it's not even the moment always. It's like that, and then what's next, you know? Ooh, that was a rough sentence.
You're good, yo.
Okay.
Well, I think this is a beautiful way to head out from your first interview, first podcast. Thank you so much for letting me interview you. Sorry, G.O.D.
I'm honored. I'm so honored.
Steal it. But please, let the people know where they can find you, your Instagram, social medias, any shout outs. Now's the time to let them know.
My Instagram is luminous.pit. I'm private, but I'll probably accept you. Yeah, and also, Feelful Days is my photography account. Feelful and Days, with a Z, not an S. So check out both of them. Check me out. I'm always open to new experiences. So,
Hell yeah, yo. And that's a wrap, yo. Let's get out of here, yo. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you so much.
Sweet, yo. That was great, yo.
Okay.
Your Underground Brothers, G.O.D, back at it again with another UDTV segment. I'm here with
June, Owan, as most of y'all know me. What's up?
Yes, sir. So, Drew, you tell the people a little more about yourself, like what brings you out here to experience?
You feel me? I've seen UD since like it first started, and by the way, I produce slash A&R, and yeah, we do this music shit.
Okay. So I didn't know you A&R. That's pretty tough. What got you into doing A&R in that business?
So my uncle, his name is Orlando. He's an A&R, and he basically scouted out artists like PNB Rock, A Boogie, even X. He went to see X when he was in jail, and he always knew I did like the music shit, but like I wasn't really like eager to like get in the industry, I guess. And he's just shown me I could go for like an internship. Went there, learned the ropes, still learning the ropes. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. So you said that like the interest was maternal family. Have you always had like the ear for music?
Of course. Fucking like, I can't even like, there's no ashtray here, but
You have
like,
an ashtray?
On top of the table right there, you see that glass?
oh yeah. Thank you. But yeah, been surrounded by music my whole life. I started producing like around like 8th grade to freshman year on my phone, like shitty apps. But like in high school, I learned on GarageBand because I had a music class, and from there hopped on FL, and it's just from there. That's it. So it's been about like 6 years.
You've been producing?
Yeah, doing all that. Maybe like 7.
So, see, I feel like we don't really have like much of a spotlight on producers on the UD, but like that's definitely like a must because I know out there's artists out there who probably want to get into producing themselves, you know, producing their own beats, and because I feel like as an artist, I have these sounds in my head, you know, and it's hard for me to match it up with what I have out there on stock, you know. So what would be like a good starting tip or like some type of useful advice that you could give to people to start, you know, experimenting with beat making? Producing.
I was saying, man, just download FL Studio, got the demo, just get that, do it all in one shot, export it, don't save it and go back to it, and just learn, bro. The way you really learn how to do shit is by doing it. So just do it, but I will say be smart about it and learn like the basics about like music theory. Like you don't really need music theory, but it definitely helps. All you need to know is that this shit is math. Like music is literally just math, and it mainly goes by 4. You're doing hip hop and all that. Like all you have to know is 4.
Going back to the A&R side of things, what's something that like you as an A&R would say that you're looking for in an artist? You know, like you as an A&R, what is something that jumps out to you that an artist does or has going on?
So it'll be like 2 different answers for what I'm looking for versus like what a label's looking for. So really like what labels are like, well, what really anyone is looking for is just consistency and quality, but mainly just consistency and quality. Like it has to be good, and you have to be putting it out at like a consistent rate. And you feel me? Music videos also, and just the way you market yourself. That's the main thing. How you market yourself and how you go about the music shit.
Okay. What has been like have you been able to successfully A&R somebody?
I mean, yeah, we found a few people. We spoke to a few people. but like not no deal yet or anything official, but definitely speaking to people and meeting
folks.
Yes, sir. Be on your gun.
Is there, like you said, you've been in the UD for a while. Has there anybody that you've seen in the UD that you've seen before and you look at them now and you're like, that's definitely like the type of example where you want to set towards having an eye out for A&R?
That's a great ass question, honestly. And of course, I gotta give a shout out to Kurt. Kurt been doing his fucking thing. And it's funny, like before I even like been a part of UD, I guess like I fucking like when they had Come As You Are going, the original shows, right? I was like, I wanted to go there. Finally went there. Then they stopped the series, and then they started UD. You feel me? So started going to the meat locker. And as far as like performers and stuff and artists that really stick out, it's a lot, bro. I can't even shout out, really. But big shout out goes out to Kurt.
Are you out here tonight as a career coach, man?
Honestly, I just came here with my man's Jazz.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just got off of work and I'm just seeing what the vibes is. I haven't been here in a minute. Trying to see some performances, see the stands, the shops that's around, smoke, drink.
Either as a producer or something new, because I feel like that's a big thing, learning how to produce your own beats.
I will say that's a big thing in like engineering and giving a fuck about the music. Like I know a lot of artists, bro, they don't give a fuck about like music theory or like learning what the shit is. Like even writing, like writing is so important. Even like, cause I used to rap too and shit, and like writing was so important to me. Like the syllables and just going by form, just formulating the shit, like inner rhyme schemes, metaphors, all that. But like, as far as like the music theory, I gotta learn that, bro, because it helps so much. Like you can hear any beat and just instantly come up with a melody, as long as it's like a chord progression or something.
See, I haven't studied much into it, but I feel like if I really studied into it, it would be on a different level.
But I will say,
so like for me, like right, that I haven't really like I'll be honest with you, I haven't really done my due diligence to study into music theory. I'm just
completely
fine with what I've got, right? Where would I start?
Honestly, just learning like counting music, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like it's literally just that. But I will say, music theory is not always important because like the RZA from the Wu-Tang, he made it without learning like a single key of the piano, and it's like when you don't learn music theory or like when you don't go about the rules of things, like that's when you really get creative shit. Like that's when you tap into something different. You feel me? Because it's like I'm just flowing,
right?
Like strictly being creative. So I don't knock anybody that doesn't know music theory, but it definitely helps.
There's any last piece of advice or something you know that you feel that people should know?
Just keep doing your thing. Get money. Keep your head above water. Stay alive. That's it.
Check yourself out for the people on the time.
Peace. Instagram at Juan, Juan, Joon. Juan Joon. Symbols. Thank you.
G.O.D. UDTV.